Spurs in a preseason showcase that's sure to bring more fireworks to your 4th of July weekend. 3-day general admission passes for July 4th, 5th, and 6th are available now. Visit kings.com/California Classic for details.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left?
I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that?
My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier-looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped.
Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Midtown Second Saturday is back again on June 13th. Discover local art, catch a special activation in Government Alley, and enjoy a free car show in Silent Disco at Fremont Park from 4 to 8 p.m. Learn more at Explore Midtown or visit MidtownSecondSaturday.com. Thanks to Bonnie Plumbing, Electrical, Heating, and Air.
Maida Subaru says yes to big savings on the new Subaru you want during the sizzling summer sales event on now. Visit MaidaSubaru.com today for special spring savings on over 225 new and certified pre-owned Subarus.
Made a great deal at Maida.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers with back taxes owed to the IRS. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, you may now be eligible for relief through current IRS initiatives for struggling taxpayers. In some cases, taxpayers may qualify to reduce as much as 99% of what they owe. You may already be experiencing wage garnishment, liens, levies, or audits and be unaware of this important information. Call Guardian Tax now to see what relief you may be eligible for at 800-404-7986. By taking action today, you may be able to stop all collections and resolve your tax problem before your tax problem gets worse. Tax experts are standing by to review your case and fight to slash your debt dramatically. Don't let your tax problem get worse and miss this time-sensitive opportunity. Check your eligibility with Guardian Tax now. Call 800-404-7986. 800-404-7986. That's 800-404-7986.
The Steel City comes to town as the A's host the Pittsburgh Pirates for a thrilling 3-game series starting Monday, June 15th. Kick off the week with an exciting Monday matchup, followed by special theme nights and exclusive ballpark giveaways all midweek long. Don't miss your chance to catch rare interleague action right here in Sacramento, where the A's take on the Pittsburgh Pirates starting Monday, June 15th. Get tickets now at athletics.com/tickets. That's athletics.com/tickets.
Hi, I'm Adam Johnson here with Golf Fitness Solutions. If you want more distance, less pain, better mobility, and a body that holds up for 18 holes, come see us. We're expanding in Carmichael, and you're invited to our grand opening party on June 13th from noon to 4. Tour our new space, meet the team, try the simulator challenge, see if you can make a hole-in-one, and learn how golf-specific training, stretching, massage, and assessments can help your game. Call 916-802-5175 or visit us at golffitnesssolutions.com for more information.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the Drive, baby!
The Drive Guys, Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles. It's drive time with the Drive Guys.
Happy Friday. You know, there's so much going on here, speculation-wise, with the draft. I thought, let's maybe start the show today with somebody's latest mock. And then, well, why should we look at someone else's mock? Although we will do that as well. When we got we've got a panel of experts here, and I asked Alan about maybe, hey, what do you think about the Styles Mock 1.0? And he just ran with it. He ran with it. It's like, whoa, where are you going? So I'm looking forward to this because I've only gotten a peek at this.
How many picks?
So I have top 10. I have the top 10, and then I have 2 multi-dimensions. Well, in the first one, I have 3 multi-dimensions. I have if the Kings do nothing. I have if the Kings are able to get back into the first round. And I have if the Kings actually trade down. And then I have
a Marvel Cinematic Universe situation, Britt.
And I have all the second-round picks. So we're fully loaded like a baked potato, baby. Woo! Let's go.
Can people follow along with you, or where can they see all this?
Yeah, it's right there on X. Just posted it so everybody can follow along and check it out. And we are raring to go and tell everyone what I would do if I were Scott Perry in these scenarios.
All right. Let's go, Alan.
All right. Let's kick it off with the classic. If the Kings keep the number 7 pick, if the Kings keep the number 7 pick, it's going to be Fleming's. Okay, I got AJ number 1.
You okay with that? All things considered?
Yeah, I think so. At this point in time, I am.
Mm-hmm.
So you have AJ number 1, Darren Peterson 2, Boozer 3, Wilson 4, Wagler 5 with some of the intel that's come out. Yeah, about the Clippers and him shutting down the Nets. A-Cup 6 because that's Brooklyn. We leaving here with something. So that leaves.
By the way, I do not want A-Cup anymore.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
Yes. Which leaves the Kings with Fleming's. Okay, that's Fleming's at 7. Kingston Fleming's. I got Ade Mara going to the Hawks at 8. Seems like they want a more traditional big in there.
No, you don't say. They say my sources indicate that.
Yes, well, this is some intel looped in as well.
Right, of course.
Braden Burry's at 9 because he said, I'm going 9th. I'm going 9th, and that's all. That's the end of it. And I got Michael Brown Jr. going to the Bucks at 10, taking a swing there. Second round picks in this situation. Trayvon Brazil. That is the first one I'm taking. We love his length and his ability to shoot. And
that's at 34, right?
That's at 34.
At 34.
And the second rounder, I got to go Tyler Nickel. I'm going Tyler Nickel with my second. So I think Brazil, his ability, because of his length, I think he can defend. I know it doesn't say that he's currently a defender in Tankathon, but I like the length about, 6'10", something like that. So feel like you can get there. So that is the classic setup based on the Kings just stand pat at 7. No shenanigans.
Okay, before we get into the various multi-universes, let's just see how what you have compares to O'Connor's latest today. I don't know how often he's doing this. It seems like he updates it daily. He has the Kings at 7, taking Keaton Wagler. And he's got A-Cup at 6 to the Nets, as you did. And he's got Brown going to the Clippers. And he doesn't have Fleming's going to anybody until the Bucks at 10.
Fleming's?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm not saying I'm not trying to say.
No, I mean, it feels like.
Does he know that you don't? I'm just saying.
Right.
That's an interesting look at it.
But he is also the one that said that that it went so well with the Clippers. He said that they're head over heels, I believe, about Keaton Wagler and the Clippers.
No, he said they are not. He said the Clippers are not head over heels on Wagler at the 5.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So he's got all of the guards are slipping pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. You never know. It's still, look, even just because it's Kevin O'Connor, Jay, just because it's Kevin O'Connor doesn't mean it ain't still smokescreen season.
Well, that's true, too.
Just going saying it, we should be pulling up another mock draft anyway, because he ain't rocking with us anyway. So let's give me somebody else.
Okay.
That's right.
How about AI? You want to see what AI says? According to USA Today, AI mock draft?
Sure.
All right. They have at number 7, the Kings going Kingston Fleming's. Brown going to the Nets at 6, and A-Cup going to the Clippers at 5.
Wow.
Is it bad that I trust AI over Kevin O'Connor?
Look, man, it's just hard to believe that. I know the athleticism is a bit questionable, but it's just hard to see that many teams saying no to, I know combo guard, whatever, saying no to Keaton Wagler. That just doesn't make a lot of sense.
AI has Wagler going to the Bucks at 10.
What is happening? What did he do? They said, Jay said he ain't got no dog, and all of a sudden Wagler's slipping down the boards.
That's all it takes.
Now he's slipping down the boards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, he could be the one. It was so obvious, and this many teams passed on him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If it really ended up being Acuff, if you have Acuff, Kingston, and Wagler, if somehow the Kings had a pick of those, some type of pick of that combination, and you go with Acuff or Kingston, you better not be wrong.
Right. And before we get into some of the various permutations, I just want to explain why I said I'm out on Acuff. I did not like what he said to Draymond Green.
Nobody did.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just guarding my guy. I'm a point guard. I guard the other team's point guard. I don't like the other team's point guard scoring more than me. So if my coaches want me to guard a 2 or 3, I'm a point guard.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that sounded a lot like me. But the difference is I'm not trying to play in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw, well, you probably are trying.
Well, I could have at that time. Yes.
Right. Somebody framed it as, well, that just shows, I forget, they framed it somehow in a positive light, that he doesn't want to dodge anybody. The point guards are the better offensive players, so he wants to play the best players. He's not dodging anybody. He's like, I don't think that's really what he said. Well, I would just rather, in basketball, it's not you stop him or her, you stop him or her. It's we stop them. And there's nothing in what he said that suggests in his mind it's we stop them. It's like, I'm going to stop mine, and then you're on your own.
That's probably not, I would hope that's not how he meant it.
I hope not.
That's how it came off, so it doesn't really matter how he meant it, right? But I don't think he's saying, I ain't going to help you because that's not my guy. I don't think he meant it like that.
But he also at times played that way.
I'm saying that's the problem.
Yeah.
There's already conversations about your defense. Just say the normal stuff.
Yeah.
We love athlete speak. We love authenticity. Sometimes. And look, you can tell we love it because it's content, but you can't get in your own way with some tomfoolery. And that's basically what Acuff did a little bit. How much do people care? I don't know. Because I don't think it obviously wasn't his intention, but that's how it came off.
Right. So I'm trying not to overreact to that, but I didn't like it.
Didn't love it. Didn't love it. So we ready?
Yeah. Jay, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
It's time to enter the multiverse. Number 1. In the multiverse.
Tinfoil Hat Friday.
That's right.
Tinfoil Friday.
In the first multiverse.
Yeah.
The Kings and the Hornets say, you know what? Let's get it done.
Really?
Domas is gone, and that gives the Kings another first-round pick.
Woo!
And with that first-round pick from your Santa Clara Broncos.
Oh, nice.
Allen Graves.
Which pick did they get in this multiverse?
What would it be? They have 16? I guess 16. Well, if it's with the Hornets, it would be 14 or 16, right?
Yeah.
So 16.
Okay.
16.
Right, okay.
Allen Graves, come on down. Now, Whitey, because you got Allen Graves, gives you a little bit more shooting. Now, let's get active with one of the most athletic players in the draft. Because you have that offense now with Allen Graves. That first pick of the second round, give me Bob Miller. Bob Miller, come on down. Scott Perry and Doug Christie need some defense. Bob Miller, come on down. They were supposed to work him out. He didn't feel too well, but we know there's a level of interest. And to close it, I'm sticking with my guy. You can still go Tyler Nickel with that second pick. So you're getting shooting from Tyler Nickel. You're getting that length, that kind of prototypical wing that people like from Allen Graves. And then you're getting a defense-focused wing that can play on the perimeter and Bob Miller. That's if the Kings are able to move Domas for, really, it could be the Hornets, it could be anybody. Just they find a way to, it doesn't even have to be Domas. Just they find a way to get an additional pick.
And just to clarify, as of right now, those Charlotte picks are at 14 and at 18, and Toronto is at let's see, 19?
19.
Yeah, that's where they are. Yeah.
Yeah, and Alan Graves that'd be a smidge of a reach. I could also go Dalen Swain there, who we're going to talk about here in my third multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
So Dalen Swain, I really like him. Alan Graves, like I said, I got to think. I got to think for my Allens out there. But I would go Alan Graves. I would go Dalen Swain, something like that. So that's the first multiverse. What do you think?
Speaking of the multiverses, don't you think that's how Robert Downey Jr. is going to end up as Dr. Doom? Because he's like Tony Stark in another multiverse. You keep
saying this.
I would bet you. I'll bet you that's what happens.
I don't think they're going to touch that. I don't.
All right.
I don't think so.
I'm willing to place a wager on it. It's going to end up that, yes, he would have been. He's like Tony Stark from another universe. And
I don't think they'll touch that. I think they should because it's weird.
Yeah. They will.
This isn't a high school. No, this isn't a high school play.
Why else do you get Robert Downey Jr. to play the guy?
Because he's Robert Downey Jr. People love him.
Yeah, but okay.
I hope they do that. I don't know, Whitey. Is that what happens in the comics? Or are they just going to make it up? Because, people be ticked off if they just make it up.
Yeah, I don't think that's in the comics.
And then I don't think they're going to do it.
Beyond the comics.
But, in a high school play, when someone, Wizard of Oz, hey, how are you the lion? And, I don't know, Dorothy's dad. How are you too?
Yeah.
That's what they're treating it like.
Well, that's like Hamilton. I couldn't keep track. It's like,
right.
No, he was just George Washington. Who
right.
is he now?
Jay, this ain't Meet the Clumps. This ain't Nutty Professor. What?
You ain't lying. That's right.
What's going on, man?
I'm telling you.
Give other people a shot.
Just for the record, I said I would place a bet with him, and he ignored that.
When? And what was on it? Little burger?
Yes.
Yes. Smash burger?
Burgers at the number one, whoever your fans vote is the number one burger place.
Okay.
Yeah. For everybody.
I can't wait.
For everybody.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. I'll be the third wheel.
Yeah. There'll be
take the third wheel action.
There'll be some ticked off nerds. There'll be some ticked off nerds if they do that.
How nerdy are we getting now as we get into this other multiverse?
Okay, so this is the one that's probably not going to happen because this involves the Kings finally listening to your boy, listening to your Bizzle. It's time. It's time to trade down for what?
Turn down for what?
In the third multiverse, the Kings trade down. And really, Whitey, it could be the Hornets, it could be the Thunder, whoever. It doesn't really matter because everybody's kind of in the same realm.
All right.
But I mean, just for GP,
the Bulls are another team supposedly that wants to trade up from 15.
Yeah, for GP, I'll say it was with the Hornets. Okay.
All right.
Because the Kings are going to trade down with the Hornets for 14 and 16.
Ooh.
They're going to take LeBaron Philon Jr. They're going to take him at 14.
Make sure you don't take senior. You definitely
That's
want
right.
junior.
At 14. And at 16, they're going to take a guy who I just mentioned, Dalen Swain, who can shoot it. That's right. J School can shoot it a little bit. Good size on him. So you get those two guys. And then in that second round, Whitey, look, LeBaron Philon, he's that next tier of point guard. So I need a bit of a safety. Okay, I need a bit of a safety net. I got to be honest with you. So it's time. Richie Saunders, come on down.
You had to find a way to get
you knew he was going to get in one of these universes he was going to get into. And the other second rounder that I would take because I still need a little bit of shooting, Nick Martinelli.
All right.
All my guys, Whitey.
Guys, yeah.
All my guys coming to the party. So those are the three different multiverses. I know you like the first one the best, but just in case, did I persuade you with any of the others?
Well,
obviously getting back in with the Domas trade.
It's great work. I mean, I can't, cast any aspersions on your outstanding research and all the work you did. I'm a little surprised you didn't find a way to shoehorn another one of your guys into the whole thing, Kareem Lopez. But I think
know.
he's just rising up the boards, isn't he?
Well, I mean, it would be what? I had to basically choose between LeBaron and Kareem. And if you're trading down, you still need a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I went with LeBaron and Kareem we'll see on the other side.
And how would you handicap these in terms of their likelihoods of actually occurring? Which is more likely, which is least likely?
I think it's probably
pretty self-evident.
In that order.
Yeah.
Literally in that order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the first round. I really think that the first one that I cooked up with Fleming's, Brazel, and Nickel, I would probably be talking myself into it, but I'd walk away, Whitey. And we embarked on this journey, and I said once the Kings ended up with the 7th pick, I would probably be more excited about the second rounders just because it was such a letdown. No disrespect to whoever the Kings take at second or at 7.
Whoa.
But these second rounders are really gonna wet my whistle a bit, and I would be happy with that first option.
You're gonna go to Summer League and tell the first round pick, yeah, you're a little bit of a letdown for me, but what do you think of the second rounders?
I mean, numbers are numbers. They know that everybody wants a first rounder. I don't need to say that. That's not going to come up in conversation.
Okay. I mean, and just, theoretically, if you ended up going there or something. Yeah.
Yeah, well, streets are talking. Frequent flyer miles, baby. Some like it hot, Jay.
What happens if the Kings are not able to trade Domas, which to me is probably going to happen? And that's why we're hearing so much about the Kings in Charlotte and maybe Toronto, because the Kings are trying. The Kings are trying to get back into the first round. That's smart. I just don't think it's going to work. Then what? How does Domas fit into this roster, in your opinion, going forward?
You just got to let him rock. I mean, I think really the conversation becomes, how does it hinder Maxime Reynaud and Dylan Cardwell? I don't think it's ugly enough to where, well, honestly, you can't come to the conclusion of, hey, do we want to have you sit and we wear the fines, anything like that? You can't do that because he would just sit. The last time we saw Domas, he was not the Domas that we all know and love. So he has to play.
Speaking of the roster, John Hollinger today broke down what he thinks will happen with some of the players in the NBA this summer that have player options and team options. And I think, Alan, as we discussed it, I think you were a little shocked at some of his suggestions.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was one in particular with DeRozan, and it wasn't necessarily – it was both. It was the idea of the lack of value that DeMar has, and we've been scratching our heads at this for a couple years now. Mm-hmm. But then some of the options that Hollinger said the Kings might have to move forward with him, just not where I thought we would end up going with
right.
this.
And it doesn't mean that he's right, but yeah, little surprising. Also, he doesn't seem to think, he being John Hollinger, that Zach LaVine has a lot of value in the open market right now.
No.
But I think we knew that.
No. I mean, the only thing that came up was staying with the King. When we brought up, hey, could there be another team out there to give Zach LaVine a new contract at a more realistic annual salary? And Hollinger basically said, yeah, there's one team, the Kings. He doesn't think any other team would do it. He's got his system that he uses, and according to his system, LaVine's only worth $9 million.
Yes, that's called the board system, BORD money sign, and it's a metric that values players based on estimated on-court value in relation to their financial worth on the open market, for what that's worth. Yeah, his board's value to Alan's point, for Zach LaVine, $9 million. He says, after a rough season, boards values LaVine at just $9.3 million. His best move is to play out the year, see if he can create more value for his free agency. Kings have tax issues. There's a scenario where they try to get him to opt out and sign a longer deal at a lower annual salary, but I think the Kings are better off just keeping the huge expiring deal on their books for trade purposes. And I think that's one thing that we all can see and agree upon.
Yes.
That's probably best for everybody.
Right. Just get through this season, and that's about it.
Yeah. As for DeMar, Sacramento is rebuilding and has tax issues. Yes. The 36-year-old DeMar DeRozan has a board's value of, according to Hollinger, $10.3 million. But he says DeRozan was arguably the Kings' best player last season. He says, I don't think DeRozan has trade value at this number except as expiring money to take back a bigger deal. He says, thus, if the Kings can't move Malik or Domas, they may feel forced to waive and stretch DeRozan instead, turning a $25.7 million cap hit into just $3.3 million per over 3 years. Would that be disrespectful to DeMar?
The only thing, and I don't want to get too far in the weeds, but I guess I'm just wondering what would happen to the rest of DeMar's contract. So because that's $10 million, right? 3 over 3 years. That's or 3.3 over 3 years. So there's the 10 that's guaranteed.
I think if you waive and stretch him, he can sign a deal elsewhere.
So the 15 would be gone.
Gone in terms, I mean.
So nobody else would have to pay him.
I don't
the rest
believe
of the
anybody else would be obligated to pay him anything.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah.
So so he would get the 10 mil. But here's my thing, guys, and maybe it's just based on cap.
It's like a buyout, right,
right,
Jay?
Correct.
Yeah.
But it's such a small amount, and I get it. Maybe that's why. But why not just, if you can, just pay the 10 and be done? Why even mess around with the little 3?
Because then each year you got a little more room.
Yeah. Okay.
When now you don't have much room.
Right. It's just I was not thinking stretch and wave. DeMar DeRozan was not. We had this conversation about LaVine. And I also didn't want to do it because there's only 1 year. That's my biggest thing. Both these guys, it's just 1 year. So why convolute? Why throw more in the roux? It tastes good already.
Well, the reason is because you may not be able to move. He says if you can't move Malik or Domas, then, man, we got to do something to create some room this year, unless we're just going to run everybody back.
So it's more
that's
of
like, well, you'd be forced, like, if we're going to create cap space, DeMar, this is what we want to do. This is kind of what we would have to do to create some room this year.
Would it even be about cap space, or is it about playing time, honestly? Is it really about cap space, or is it we want our guys to play? And with DeMar on the squad, it just is jamming everything up versus, just that's why they don't want to wait a year, because they want those reps to go to. They got 3 new dudes coming in as of right now. 3.
Yeah.
So I feel it.
Maybe more. I mean, you never know if they've been bringing in a lot of players.
If those reports, they could get another first rounder. That's 4. So maybe it's less about the. I know everything is always about the dollar bills and the cap space, but maybe it's also we need space to play these guys and just let them go. And even with Doug, we want Doug to be able to coach these young guys. With all that being said, guys, if the Kings trade back or are able to get another first round pick, are we still having a conversation about the Westbrook thing? I mean, that's 4 new dudes. Now, the reality is some of these second rounders might end up in Stockton. That's possible. But you bring in 4 rooks, you're not a good team. Everybody would be excited to watch them play. It just feels like every roster spot would be incredibly important.
Yeah, I would guess that also gets back to what you just said about DeMar. If you bring in Kingston Flemings or somebody who's going to be point guard, then for Russ, it's like, presumably, we would like to have you back, but you're not going to play as much as last year. You understand we can't do that, right?
Yeah.
He may say, okay, yeah, thanks, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Or maybe he says, yes, I love it here. I want to be the mentor for whomever.
And that's fine. That's fine. I mean, there are a certain number of roster spots, but you would assume you're going to open up with Dougie, right? Doug McDermott, a couple other guys that were riding pine for a majority of the season. So there is room for Russ as long as the conversation is exactly where you had it, White.
Yeah, and like we've said, it also depends on how much money he's going to want. I'm not suggesting he's going to want to break the bank, but he's not going to play if he comes back to the Kings. Russ is not going to play for what he played for last year.
Right.
Again, how can people check out the multiverse?
Yeah, it's just right there on X.
Styles,
right there on X. That's right. Check it out.
You don't even have, there's no paywall?
No paywall.
Oh, my goodness.
And there'll be a 2.0 coming out soon, too. But check it out. Give me some love. Roast me. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
Can I just hint, at least to Jay, about what else is coming from the Styles Files?
Oh, yes.
The draft?
Yes.
We can't debut it yet today, Jay, but I've been privileged to hear a sneak preview of Alan Styles' new draft song.
You've composed it?
Yeah, it's ready to go.
I played it for my wife, and she said, "Tell Alan that's really good."
She's the nicest person, though. She likes Jason Ross.
But not about stuff like that. She really said that. If she didn't like it, she would not have said that.
That's right.
I wouldn't tell you what she said, but she would not have said
Get ready, Jay. We going to be slapping it.
Can I ask, in what is this country? Is this classical? Is this hip hop? Is it alternative?
Yeah, it's kind of a
genre.
It's kind of a flip of Nokia by Drake. Who's calling my phone?
Yeah, of course.
Who's Okay, that one, we flipped it a little bit. That's all we got. I'll give you a free sample because why not? Is it Braden? Is it Keaton? Is it A-Cup? Is it Kingston? That's all we got right now.
Oh, boy.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
So that's coming out next week. Hey, man. Hey, the release date.
Coming soon.
Next week, man. Pre-save on all platforms. You know what it is.
Here's how big it is.
Apple Music.
Spotify, all of them. Tidal.
Here's how big it is. I've been working on something along those lines.
Yes, sir.
And I found out today my time to work on it, I got bumped back.
Well, you got pushed back.
I got pushed back.
Yeah, Chris Watkins heard it, our director extraordinaire.
Yeah, and his release date got moved up.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
It happens. A&R. That's an A&R move.
That's right. And we got to get this out. It's timely. We got to get it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not even sure we're going to, I might be relegated to a B-side or.
You'll be on the deluxe.
Next quarter. He's next quarter.
Yeah, that's the way it's looking. When we come back, how often? No, I'm sorry. That's from like 3 days ago, Alan. What happened?
I don't know.
I know what we have coming up here, even though I can't find my sheet.
It's 3-1. What happens? How often do teams come back from 3-1?
I don't believe that's correct.
Okay.
I think it's. We can look at that, but also we'll look at the. Is it? Yeah. All right. You go ahead. You run it for us.
When we get back, how often do NBA teams come back from 3-1 in the playoffs to win the series? Also, there is a quote. I've been hating on Wemby. Mm-hmm. There's a quote floating around that is being taken way out of context, and I got to defend Victor Wembanyama.
All right, that and more next. Sactown Sports.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles. The X Games are coming to Sacramento. Join Kayla Anderson and Sactown Sports 1140 at Cal Expo from June 26th through the 28th to watch the top action sports athletes in the world go head-to-head with 3 days of high-octane competition, BMX, skateboarding, and Moto X, plus live music from global electronic music icon Cascade, Grammy-winning producer Artist Mustard, and DJ Subtronics. Get your tickets today at xgames.com. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Join Sactown Sports 1140 and Super Taco on Franklin Boulevard for the ultimate soccer tournament viewing party on June 12th at 6 p.m. Cheer on Team USA, score a Team USA jersey, merchandise prizes, and great food. Super Taco on Franklin Boulevard, June 12th at 6 p.m. See you there.
We've seen every kind of golf swing, some smooth, some, let's just say, innovative. And that's why Hagen Oaks offers Total Game Fitting. The TrackMan-powered player performance studio shows what your swing is really doing. Ping's Ball-Nemic Ball Fitter finds a ball that behaves. The Hagen Oaks Putter Fitting Studio helps turn almost into yes. And FootJoy's 3D foot scanner builds stability from the ground up. At Hagen Oaks, we don't judge your game, we fix it. Hagen Oaks Golf Complex. Better fit, more fun. Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, June 13th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies. All sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Remember the days of real country music? Now you can get your favorite classic country every day on 105.1 HD3 The Ranch. Listen to The Ranch on the free KNCI app or anytime at 105.1 HD3.
MoonPay X Games Sacramento 2026 is taking on Cal Expo this summer. Catch live music performances and more than 100 top skate, BMX, and Moto X athletes compete. June 26th through June 28th. Get your tickets now at xgames.com.
Get ready for the Expo sale at Cresco Restaurant Equipment, June 17th through 20th. For 4 days only, save big on everything you need for your food service operation. Shop huge discounts on refrigeration, ice machines, gas cooking equipment, indoor and outdoor furniture, commercial cooking tools, glassware, tableware, and much more. Plus, meet factory reps and enter for giveaways. It's all happening at Cresco Restaurant Equipment, 951 Richards Boulevard. Everything is on sale. Don't miss the best savings opportunity of the year.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Sacramento, get ready because the Fasteners Inc. Super Sale is back. Friday, June 12th and Saturday, June 13th. Stop by Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet on Power Inn Road for crazy deals on DeWalt products. We're talking all of the lowest prices in Sacramento on bare tools, tool products, batteries, lasers, hand tools, outdoor power equipment, and so much more. Again, this DeWalt sale event will be June 12th from 7 till 5:30 and June 13th from 9 till 3 p.m. at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet on Power Inn Road. Visit fastenersinc.net for more info.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
The anticipation over the release of Alan's new song, it's almost palpable. Tony Ray Harvey says that ditty sounds a bit Frank Zappa-ish, Styles. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
You probably don't even know who Frank Zappa is, do you? Okay.
I'm a fan of Frank.
You are?
Yeah, I had to take a jazz class in college and, start figuring that out.
All right.
Yeah.
If you had to spend an afternoon with Frank Zappa or Frank LaRosa, which way are you going?
Oh, Frank LaRosa. Come on, man. What you think? And he's helping me put apply the sunscreen. What you mean?
I know, that was not a great question.
Yeah,
I'm
going to run with you, brother.
That's when I'd like to walk back. So maybe next week, right? We get
Yes, for sure next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to get it done.
Excited about that. Excited about the resumption of the finals, and I'm all on board with you, Alan. I know it looks terrible for the Spurs right now. I don't think they're out of this thing.
No, I don't think they're out of it. But I would say that they had media availability, and De'Aaron was saying, oh, these people don't have my phone number. I'm not paying attention. Guys, a lot of time it's coach speak or athlete speak. Oh, I'm not on social media, right? Or the whole LeBron, I shut down everything during the playoffs, or we're going dark. And I saw Miss Johnson say, I'm not on social media. A lot of them be lying. But De'Aaron, I do believe him. I believe he truly has not seen anything, couldn't care less. And weirdly enough, in this situation, his nonchalant, I don't care attitude might help. The idea of him being so immersed in his failure, you don't need that. I really believe when it tips off tomorrow, De'Aaron will not be thinking about Game 4.
Yeah, I hope you'll forgive me for going back here. But, Magic was just talking about De'Aaron. Magic Johnson was saying, and I forget what show it was, but he said he's the point guard. He's got to be aware of all the circumstances and situations. So in that case, instead of going to the basket against Anunoby, he's got to dribble out the clock. Magic said that. I was just watching this week with Sheena. We were watching a 30 for 30 on the 1984 finals. And Magic Johnson, people forget this because he was an all-time great. Legitimate great point guard, maybe the greatest ever. And in that series, he had one game, they had the ball with like 8 seconds left, tie game, and he didn't do anything. he didn't. He ended up like with a second left throwing a pass to somebody before they could, and it was too late for him to shoot it. It was like, what happened? It was the weirdest thing. In Game 4, he missed 2 free throws. I think the game was tied. He missed 2 free throws in a game that they lost. Magic Johnson, 84, he was really bad. I was like, oh my goodness, what happened to him? In some ways similar to what we saw from De'Aaron. So it's interesting to hear Magic talk about that. Point being, Magic overcame all that. That's almost forgotten. I'm sure there's people going, no, that didn't happen. So it's something that De'Aaron can overcome. Then again, I don't think De'Aaron's Magic Johnson.
Right. And I was going to ask this, Whitey. Who do you think, because of the travel day, who do you think the, extra day off helped more? The Knicks or the Spurs? Because, if they had another game in the same city, they only would have got a day off.
I would guess the Spurs because you get an extra day to kind of lick your wounds and try to get your head right.
Yeah. Funny enough, I think you're right, but there's some part of me that feels like it's the Knicks. Just having and there's no wrong answer, of course, but just having enough time to realize, this isn't over. And I think if they did just have that one day, they'd still be kind of basking in it, especially if it was in New York.
Also gives you an extra day to think about, man, we're just one win away.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's the toughest closeout. Real quick, Whitey, I've been hard on Victor Wembanyama, but this is something
been really hard on him
that I can't stand, okay? So the actual quote was about Victor Wembanyama and whether his teammates believe they can come back from down 3-1. Now, I'm not going to call anything a stupid question, but I just don't expect Victor Wembanyama. The question was, hey, did you said when it happened that this could pull you together or break you. So which one happened? Oh, it broke us. We're cooked. like what are we doing?
Yeah.
But
bye-bye.
So Wembanyama answers and he says, "Oh, we're closer. We're closer. I'm paraphrasing because of it." And then he said, we know, everybody knows we are going to do it." About the team. So that gets cut. And now, and some people listening to the show, watching the show probably saw this, and I don't know if you have the full context, that got misconstrued or contorted into Victor Wembanyama on the Spurs coming back down from 3-1. Quote, "Everybody knows we're going to do it." But that's not what he said. He was talking about his team. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to be clear because I know it went crazy viral, of course, but that's not what he said. He was talking about his team.
A lot of that going on around
and
here.
That type of stuff is so frustrating.
Yeah. There was a story today about the Nets offering Austin Reeves a max deal, and it was supposedly something that was in some column in The Athletic. So I went and looked at the column in The Athletic. Like, it doesn't even say that.
Yeah.
Just bizarre.
Right.
Yeah.
Where did you even get that?
Right. So here we go. Coming back from 3-1 down in the finals. We know that's only happened once. 38 times there's been one team in the NBA Finals with a 3-1 deficit. Only one time, the Cavs 2016, the only team that came back and won the finals. But if you look at the playoffs, NBA playoffs, not just the finals, it has happened a total of 15 times, Alan. And in the first round of these playoffs this year, 2 teams have already done it. Well, in first round, 2 teams did it. The Sixers and the Pistons both overcame 3-1 deficits this year, which I think speaks to the fact that home court doesn't mean as much as it used to. It's more likely this year than it would have been in past years. Bottom line, he's right. The Spurs are going to do it.
Well, they have to do something they haven't done yet this season or this series, which is win at home. And it kind of flips, Whitey, because of the whole pressure conversation. The Spurs are at home, so we talked about pressure of being at home, but they're down 3-1, right? Still kind of loosey-goosey. Obviously, if they lose, they lose the NBA championship. The Knicks have a lot of pressure, but they are on the road. So it's not the same as, we got to close out right now in Madison Square Garden. So it's interesting. You could go in 2 different ways as far as who has more pressure going into tomorrow night's game. I really don't know who I would choose.
So, as I mentioned, the team down 3-1 has won 15 times in the NBA playoffs. Do you know how many times the team that was up 3-1 has won?
A lot.
288. So, yeah. 15 and 288 all time.
I do wonder how many gentlemen sweeps there were and how many Game 6 closeouts they are. Because I feel like that's the game. Saying whatever team in 6 is kind of a cop-out. We all do it. Like every series you ask someone, they'll say their winner and they'll say in 6.
Yeah.
I wonder how often it actually happens in 6.
I don't have that, but per Land of Basketball, I have this. There have been in these 3-1 series, total of 38 series in which a team held a 3-1 lead through 4 games, but a Game 7 was forced.
How many times?
38 series in which a team held a 3-1 lead, but a Game 7 was forced. Among those series that finished in 7, the team that held the original 3-1 advantage has gone 23-15.
Yeah, that Game 7 is anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get there.
Right.
You've lost, I know it sways. Oh, well, we won 2 in a row. They won 2 in a row. It's not a big deal. It is.
Yeah. Since I picked the Spurs, I'm trying to find reasons to hope. I know most people are Knicks fans. Alan's rooting for the Knicks. My wife's rooting for the Knicks. Jay's rooting for the Knicks. Mm-hmm. You're probably rooting for the Knicks. But I'm hanging on. And I do hope, even if the Knicks win, I hope we get another game or 2 in this series.
Hey, Jay, I'm good to wrap it up this weekend. I'm solid. I'm ready to wrap it up. I've seen it. It was a good run.
It's a great series.
It is. It is.
A lot going on.
It is, but we got bigger fish to fry.
Mm-hmm.
We got bigger fish to fry.
Giannis is the big fish on this free agent market or this trade market.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Giannis trade talk have your interest yet? We'll look at who apparently is in line to get him next on Sactown Sports.
The X Games are coming to Sacramento. Join Kayla Anderson at Sactown Sports 1140 at Cal Expo from June 26th through the 28th to watch the top action sports athletes in the world go head-to-head with 3 days of high-octane competition, BMX, skateboarding, and Moto X, plus live music from global electronic music icon Cascade, Grammy-winning producer Artist Mustard, and DJ Subtronics. Get your tickets today at xgames.com. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/music. That's ethos.com/music. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Welcome to basketball's biggest stage.
Somebody will reach basketball immortality.
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
That's basketball at its finest.
This is about more than a game, more than a series. This is about legacy.
You are watching what greatness is all about.
Tune in to see who performs under the brightest lights and who writes their way into history. The 2026 NBA Finals continue on ABC.
Dawn or dusk, I'm on the hunt. Skeeter here, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District, and I'm wearing Skeeter Vision, night vision goggles that light up skeeters at dawn or dusk like the 4th of July. Mosquito, 12 o'clock. Got him. So fight the bite by wearing long sleeves and pants at dawn or dusk when they're most active. Apply insect repellent and drain stagnant water. It's a breeding ground.
Dawn or dusk, the Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you to fight the bite. For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
The Travel Guys, new on KHTK 1140 every Saturday at 11 a.m.
We'll make you a smarter traveler. Tips you can use on the road and at the airport, plus reports from top consumer advocates.
The Travel Guys, 11 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation,
Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Today on the pod, we're talking to Megan, trapeze artist and Scratchers enthusiast. So, Megan, what do you like about playing Scratchers?
Well, they're easy to play when I'm hanging around.
Oh, okay. Like when you're relaxing?
No, like when I'm hanging on the trapeze. I swing upside down, then do a quadruple somersault, all while playing Scratchers. Watch this. Ta-da!
Unbelievable.
I know, right?
Scratchers from the California Lottery. A little play can make your day. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase player claim.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
So how was your dinner last night, if I may ask, Alan?
Oh, my goodness. Ribeye with black garlic butter.
Ooh.
That's right.
That's a thing?
Oh, it is. It is. Had some gnocchi as an appetizer. Some of the best gnocchi I've ever had. Okay. And what else did we have? We had 2 appetizers. We had the gnocchi.
Are you sure that's how you say it? I didn't.
Gnocchi.
Yeah. Is that how you say it?
We had braised pork belly.
Oh.
And gnocchi as the first.
BPB.
Then we had an outstanding Caesar. All right, we had an outstanding Caesar. We split it because, we're already on our 3rd course here.
Wow.
Then we had our, each other's plates. She got the filet, I got the ribeye. And then because we said, it's our, anniversary, because it was a little delayed, we got a free creme brulee.
Really?
Yes, free creme brulee. Then we had a little.
One?
Yeah, that's all I need at that point. Then we had a little nightcap.
Nice plate, Alan.
It was a nice plate. So shout out Firehouse Restaurant. And then we had a little nightcap at Delta King. First time we were on the boat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, we like Old Sac. I think Old Sac is a little underrated. I really do. Everybody want to go downtown, K Street, J Street, and all the lettered streets. And they're cool, don't get me wrong. But you got to put some respect on Old Sacramento.
Absolutely.
I like going out there. I like the history.
You go for a carriage ride.
Yeah, I like the history out there. You're on the water.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the water.
Mm-hmm. You see the ballpark across the way?
See, hey! There's the bridge.
Yeah.
The water.
You ever seen the bridge when a ship goes under and they got a...
I've seen that before, not Tower Bridge, though.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a nice night. Got home. Thought the kiddos would be asleep. We were 1 for 2. So, yeah. The 9-month-old was not playing around, so I had to, get her to fall asleep, and that was it. Then we watched the 2nd episode. Cape Fear.
So, and then your wife went upstairs and you were downstairs by
I
yourself.
played it for her, and she why are you putting me on blast? So
Yeah,
I played it for her,
about that too.
and she waited with me. She waited with me. We walked. I said, thank you. That's all. That's all I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
There you
I
go.
think when they get the new ballpark over there, it'll be across the water, of course, from where you were, but that area just pulsating.
It's popping.
Yeah.
It's going to be popping over there. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Great. There's some of this Giannis trade talk has started popping. Does it have your interest yet? Do you care about any of the Giannis trade talk?
I mean, I guess a little more than I previously did, just because it went on for so long, or it's gone on for so long. But it's a little more. It's a little more interesting because it feels real at this point.
Apparently, a number of teams feel like they were taken for a ride a little bit by the Bucks last year. Apparently, the Heat in particular feel like we thought something was going to happen, and then nothing happened. And teams are worried that what the Bucks are doing is they're saying, "Oh, let's do this. What do you want to do? Yeah, let's do this. This is great." And they're really just taking these different offers and then pitting one against the other, just kind of shopping around for the best deal, rather than it's kind of like dealing in bad faith if they're indicating, let's get something done, and then they really don't intend necessarily to get anything done. So some teams may be a little more cautious here, but it looks like Miami is the front runner League sources indicate the package would likely include, and we've talked about this, Tyler Hero, Kel'el Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., either Pele Larson or Kasparis Jakushonis, and draft capital. They can offer up to 3 first-round picks. So Miami still seen as a front runner. What's more, Allen, there goes Ty Hero. He took the public chatter to a new level this week, according to The Athletic, when he unfollowed the Heat on Instagram.
Woo! There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw, all this stuff floating around. I saw Pell Larson's name got brought up at one point.
Right,
and
yes.
It's like, what is going on here? So they really they're going to give them a nickname, Bam and Giannis? They're going to give them a nickname?
I don't have one off the top of my head. Do you?
I don't.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you had one.
No, I don't. But, a lot of people are also, they're bringing up a bunch of teams. The Timberwolves
Minnesota's getting a lot of run now.
Timberwolves, what the heck do they want? They're connected to these kind of small electric guards and Kyrie, and there's a little bit of Ja rumblings there. Then they're connected to Giannis as well. They don't know. All they know is we really like Anthony Edwards. He's great, and we don't really know what he needs around him. Whitey, I was listening this morning because we've been on a good schedule. We've been getting out the door early to drop the 3-year-old off at school. We've been getting on a good schedule, so I'm listening to the Carmichael Dave show with Jason Ross, my guy Chris Verlade, earlier in the morning. Dave said that it's funny because he said that Naz Reid, Jaden McDaniels deal. Dave said, I love Naz Reid and I love Jaden, but I'd have to do that deal. When I heard Dave said that, I said, well, Giannis has had some injuries. So it's Giannis, Anthony Edwards, and Bones Highland? Like, who else is on the squad? That's what I initially thought. So I get home, get on social media, and a lot of people said, whatever, because it wouldn't just be that. There'd be some draft capital as well. Right. A lot of people said that was too much. I don't know about you, Whitey, but I did initially think that proposed deal was too much for the Timberwolves to give up.
Apparently they do too.
Yeah, who else are you playing, Dave?
Here's the deal. If the T-Wolves want to get into the mix, league sources say, according to The Athletic, the Bucks would want a package including Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid, Terrence Shannon Jr., and their 2 tradable first-round picks, number 29 this year and their number 2033 pick. And team sources say Minnesota has indicated that McDaniels is off limits.
Yeah.
And per those sources, the same goes for 19-year-old big man Joan Berger.
Yeah, that was a little random because I don't remember seeing, my guy play, but all right.
I know he was a high pick. They like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd be running out, if they did that deal, it would be Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle. Because, Julius Randle, I'm assuming he'd have to go, but it didn't come up in this deal in particular. Mm-hmm. So Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, Giannis.
Yeah, they might spin Julius Randle off in something separate.
Right. And we still running out the same point guard mix, or you go get a point guard. That, like I said, that's a super solid.
I already told you, Julius Randle for De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, there you go.
But I don't think that's actually going to happen.
That is a super solid starting lineup. But your bench, like I said, Whitey, this is go back in the day where you find some vets. Al Horford is going to sign for $50. That's just not what happens nowadays.
He signed for $50.
Hey, he signed for less than I spent at Firehouse. I can tell you that much.
They didn't have the cap space to sign him yet, but they told him they were going to sign him. It almost seemed like he was like outside the practice facility looking in. I go, no,
yeah,
not yet. Well, maybe tomorrow. Okay, I'll go home. And he comes back the next day.
It was him and...
No, sorry.
Right.
DeAnthony Melton?
DeAnthony Melton and Seth Curry.
Yeah.
They waived him. They said, all right, you can come back now.
We come in today. Oh, not yet.
No.
Yeah, check back tomorrow.
We're just going to wait here. We're just going to wait here. Yeah,
I didn't realize he did all that for $50.
Yeah, that Timberwolves deal just seemed... It's a little rich for my blood, at least.
It, to me, speaks to the fact that the Timberwolves are feeling like... we've gotten as far as we can go with this group. We're just not as good as San Antonio, OKC. We need to do something drastic if they're really entertaining this.
Life comes at you fast.
They're in that bad spot where now they got to look at Ant and like, we got to keep him happy so he doesn't want to leave.
Right. From winning that first game in San Antonio, a little over a month ago till now, quite the change.
Joey Lynn covers the Clippers for SI, so we're going to see what he knows about the Clips and the draft and how that could impact your Kings. Joey Lynn joins us next. Stick around, Drive Guys, on a Friday. Yes.
The top young talent in the NBA is headed to Sacramento this summer for the 8th annual California Classic presented by Ticketmaster. The Kings will host the Milwaukee Bucks, Brooklyn Nets, and Golden State Warriors in a preseason showcase that's sure to bring more fireworks to your 4th of July weekend. 3-day general admission passes for July 4th, 5th, and 6th are available now. Visit kings.com/California Classic for details.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Typically, a high handicapper carries an index of 20 or more. Golf Monthly's Barry Plummer offers 4 tips if you're tired of that high handicap. First, choose the right equipment. Invest in a 5-wood, which is more forgiving than a 3-wood or 3 hybrid. It's a much better option for getting the ball in the air. Second, play for bogey on par 5s. Break the longer holes into manageable chunks, perhaps aiming to hit the green with 4 easy swings while also navigating away from the trouble along the way. 3, leave the sand wedge in the bag for chipping. Up and down percentages are almost twice as good when chipping a 9-iron over a sand wedge, and 3.5 times better with the putter. And finally, stop leaving your putts short. A 20 handicapper leaves 55% of their missed putts short of the hole. Give yourself a chance with every attempt and don't leave another putt short. Try these simple tips and let's see whether your handicap starts to come down. And have some fun out there. That'll help too. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the matchday spread. He's reaching for the Buffalo wing. Perfect. Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too. Incredible. What a finish. Sensational combination. Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
Gas prices got you down? Now is the time to save at Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. When you save up to $15,000 off MSRP on the new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cab. With over 600 Rams available, your new Ram is waiting at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
15,000 total net savings after factory incentive and dealer discounts. Incentives include $500 on-the-job upfit for eligible upfit, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance on eligible trade-in, 500 Hoblet business owner bonus for verified business owners, and 9,500 dealer discount. 10% savings. See dealer for details.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most, after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Midtown Second Saturday is back again on June 13th. Discover local art, catch a special activation in Government Alley, and enjoy a free car show in Silent Disco at Fremont Park from 4 to 8 p.m. Learn more at Explore Midtown or visit MidtownSecondSaturday.com. Thanks to Bonnie Plumbing, Electrical, Heating, and Air.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Gonna get some more NBA draft intel for you from the Southland. Before we do, another reminder, you got to check out Alan Stiles' Draft Multiverse, which is, I can't believe he doesn't have behind a paywall. Just free to anybody. He's losing so much money here.
Yeah.
Just follow him on X.
I do it for the love of the game.
Friday, baby. Let him have it, Alan.
Yeah, I do it for the love of the game.
That's very nice. So you can check that out. We talked about that earlier. Alan says, this is what the Kings will do if this happens. This is what if they trade down. You got a lot of scenarios.
There's a lot of scenarios.
Yeah.
It's opinion-based. It's intel-based. It's a roux of a couple different things.
Some of those scenarios could involve the Clippers, right?
Very much so.
So let's find out what's up with them. Nice enough to join us. Clippers beat writer for SI, Joey Lynn. How are you today, Joey?
I'm doing well. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Happy Friday. Let's just start at the top here. Based on everything you know and think you know, who do you think the Clippers like at that fifth spot?
It's a great question, and we actually just saw, came out from ESPN. They had a segment talking about how quickly Mikael Brown has been rising.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry, Joey, not your fault. We got to check something. We're having a tiny bit of an issue with your volume. So just I'll give you to Jay for just 1 second. Not your fault. Our apologies. And we'll get Joey's volume a little louder, Alan. So
Turn him up.
I got a great question already. I'm very happy.
Yeah? Well,
right out of the gates.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you get the first one, it's kind of a layup.
Very rare to get great questions on the first question.
And I've been making music lately, so, if you're Lil Wayne, I miss a layup, no Fox. That's what Lil Wayne would say.
Did you, and we're getting Joey ready here, did you watch, like I did, the replay again of the Anunoby block on Fox? Did you watch it to try to determine?
No.
I still am not sure what actually happened.
I've seen enough.
What do you think?
It was clean.
Was it clean?
Clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle.
Sometimes I watch it and I think, yep, there the ball was dislodged, as the 2-minute report says, and what happens after that doesn't matter. But other times I see it and I'm just not sure.
Yeah, and I actually put out, I've been not defending De'Aaron, but what we had.
That's not a thing.
But what we had talked
Allen
about.
defending De'Aaron.
Well, just as far as, hey, his attitude might be the perfect attitude you need.
Yeah.
For the situation that they're in. Now, his attitude might partially be why they're here, but now that they're here, maybe it can be a positive.
Do you think we should be interested in how Spurs fans react to him? And maybe that's
I'm
maybe
interested
because
in
of the
that,
magnitude of it. It's like one guy doesn't matter right now. You're trying to win games. But I'm thinking back, and I know this isn't totally analogous, but when Trey Turner first went to the Phillies, he was terrible. And then he went to play one day, and they just gave him like a standing ovation. And
they'll probably give him a
Are they going to need to, like, yeah, you're still our guy?
I think they will.
Like, oh, you're costing us the finals.
I think that's a good call. I also think, I don't know that De'Aaron, I don't know how De'Aaron would feel about it.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody would feel about it, really.
Right, yeah.
But I do think you're on to something that they probably will give him a little extra juice. We still got you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
If that's how they feel.
Yeah, a lot of people they're not crazy about him either.
No.
Because we know he has a few detractors here.
Yeah, I mean.
Because of the way he left, or the fact that he left or wanted out.
They don't know him. You know, it's a different world. When you're with the team that drafted you for these top picks, there's just inherently a connection that you will always have with them. So when people say, why are you talking about De'Aaron, or whether it's positive or negative, there's going to be connections on either side. You go to this new team. Last season, nothing got accomplished because Wemby ended up out. So they don't really know De'Aaron. They don't have a relationship with De'Aaron. This season, yeah, he had a nice little stretch at the beginning of the season when Wemby was out, but they have no reference point with De'Aaron to say, well, no, he's our guy because of X, Y, and Z. They don't know him.
Mm-hmm.
They have more of a connection with Castle and Dylan Harper because they were drafted to the Spurs. It's always like that. So
even though De'Aaron's been there longer than Dylan Harper.
I know that, but
you say we're good, Jay? Okay. Thank you, Alan. Joining us once again, LA Clippers beat writer from SI, Joey Lynn. Sorry about that, Joey. Thanks for your time. We were just wondering who you think, according to all signs that we have available here, who the Clippers like at 5.
Well, I think one thing we know about the Clippers, whether it be trades, whether it be signings, and, of course, a draft scenario, they keep their cards.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joey. Apologize. We're still having the same issue with your audio. Come on, Alan.
What are you looking at me for?
Come on, Alan.
What are you looking at me for?
Mm-hmm.
I need to know, too.
We can only do, maybe we get him on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to try to get him on the phone. Yes. As far as De'Aaron Fox goes, I would think, given the magnitude of this game tomorrow night, that fans are unlikely there to do anything based on him individually. It'll be more like the team. You know, like, yes, we're behind you, even though you just committed the most ghastly collapse in the history of the NBA Finals, rather than, one guy. But, when all this trade talk was going on, I, like a lot of fans around here, I'm sure you did, started following on X some of the Spurs reporters. And so I still follow them. And there's one, I forget which one it was saying, there's all this talk about trading De'Aaron away, but the Spurs like where he is and how he slots into their salary, and they're going to be in no hurry to trade him no matter what happens.
Yeah, Rob M. says maybe if the Spurs boo De'Aaron Fox, he might get mad, and when he's mad, he actually plays well.
Yes. Joey Lynn, can you hear me, Joey?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes. Thanks for your patience. Sorry about that. Again,
no worries.
Yeah, the Clippers at 5. What do you think they're going to do?
It's a great question, and I think what we've seen from the Clippers many times over the years, whether it be free agency, whether it be trades, and, of course, the draft, they keep their cards pretty close to the chest. Usually it's tough to get a real read on where they're at with this type of thing, but we just heard from ESPN just a couple hours ago that Mikael Brown is rising very quickly in these workouts, and by many accounts has actually leapt a lot of the other guards that many felt were ahead of him going into this whole pre-draft process. So there's a lot of buzz around him at 5, and what I will say about Lawrence Frank, he's been very open over the years about the Clippers' strategy of taking who they feel is the best player available regardless of fit, and I would really be surprised if that strategy changed here with them having their first top 5 pick since 2009.
Joey, do you have any information on the report? I believe it was Kevin O'Connor, if I'm not mistaken, about Keaton Wagler and the Clippers not being head over heels. Is it because when this whole thing started, it was, oh, no, Clippers, they love a big guard. Even though they just traded for one of the smallest guards in the league, they love a big guard. But Keaton Wagler seems to be slipping just in general lately. Have you heard anything on that?
Well, I think it's interesting because your point about Darius Garland is one that people are talking about a lot because they just obviously swung a deal to bring him in. He's going to be their point guard of the future unless something changes. So that has led people to believe, well, are the Clippers going to go for a Wagler-type player that maybe has a little bit more positional versatility, can play alongside a guy like Garland? In terms of hearing anything about like how the team feels about Wagler specifically, not a whole lot, but again, I'm going to go back to what I said a little bit ago. The Clippers, regardless of Garland, regardless of who else is or is not going to be on the roster going forward, they see number 5 as a really huge opportunity to honestly do what they've been doing for the last several years now, and that's remain competitive now while building toward the future. So they are certainly going to take who they feel is the best player available, regardless of even a guy like Garland, who is going to be in their immediate and long-term future plans.
That's Joey Lynn. He covers the Clippers for SI. If the Kings looked at this and said, wow, Acuff's going 6, we got to trade with the Clippers, we got to move up. If the Kings approach the Clippers, what do you think it would take for the Clippers to say, all right, we'll do a pick swap with you?
I think it would actually take quite a bit from what we're seeing and hearing right now, because we got to remember the Clippers, they were very intentional about the pick protections in that Zubac trade with the Indiana Pacers. That was really what it came down to for them, was were the Pacers going to loosen the protections on that pick and leave 5 open? And the Clippers really wanted 5. They would have been content with getting that 2031 first had it played out that way, but they really wanted 5. So I think with everything that they went through to send Zoo to Indiana and honestly get a little lucky and get 5, they feel like this is a really, franchise-altering opportunity, and it would take a lot to come off of that.
Joey,
it ain't happening, Alan.
Yeah, maybe not. There's a price for everything, Joey. I wouldn't pay it, but there's a price for everything. Joey, out here we talk about the hybrid rebuild a decent bit because the Kings are stuck with some rough contracts. Where do you see the Clippers next season as far as their direction? Are they loading up, like you said, that 5th pick? These dudes are 19 years old. Are they loading up for a form of a mini rebuild and moving Kawhi? Or do you think they're just going to ride off into the sunset with Kawhi and these young guys and Darius Garland are just going to get in where they fit? And I know there's a Benedict Mathurin conversation in there as well. Where do you think the Clippers land there?
Well, it's funny. I actually asked Lawrence Frank that question the best way I possibly could in his exit interview at the end of the season, trying to get him to reveal some of that, right? Because the Clippers have been pretty open about how intentional they're going to be to remain competitive, even through, if you want to call it a rebuild or more of a retool. Steve Ballmer doesn't believe in bottoming out. You can't really anyways when you don't own your own picks, but the Clippers have been really open about that they're going to try to remain competitive. So that's my expectation for this upcoming season. Now, I take it with a little bit of a grain of salt when Lawrence Frank says, we want to win with Kawhi. Obviously, he's not going to come out and say, we're looking to move him. I do think the Clippers they're going to be open to anything, and that's how they've always been throughout, really the whole pivot from Lob City into, whatever you want to call this era that we're in now. They were opportunistic. They were pretty realistic about where they were as a team, and I expect that to remain the case. So whether Kawhi is part of those plans or not, the team is certainly going to look to stay competitive. And I think that actually factors into, how they view this 5th overall pick. They want somebody who's going to be a part of that, competition level now. So that's really just the overall philosophy of this organization, and I would expect that to remain the case going forward.
Joey Lynn joining us. He covers the Clippers for SI. I want to ask you about the second round, Joey, and I know that's really difficult, if not impossible, to forecast because there's so many picks before we even get there. But as you know, the Clips have picked 36, just 2 spots behind Sacramento. So unless something happens, they're picking in about the same range. What are some of the names you think they're looking at around 36?
Names are tough when it comes to the second round because especially with the Clippers, we've seen it many times in recent years. Like a guy like Yannick Konan-Niederhauser, who, honestly played a much bigger role last season than we anticipated. He wasn't a guy that many people even had going in it's definitely not the Clippers, but not even in the range that they picked him in. So the Clippers usually go a little more outside of the box when it comes to that second-round pick, but they've actually had a lot more success, ironically enough, with their second-round picks than their first-round picks in recent years, relative to where the guy was drafted. So this is an organization that, a lot of people will say, Ty Lue doesn't play young guys, or, the Clippers don't play young guys. That's shifted a little bit in recent years. So whether it's a second-round pick or a first-round pick, those guys are going to have an opportunity to play right away. We saw it last season, like I said, with Yannick. We saw it with Kobe Sanders. So I would expect them to look for somebody, probably more, quote-unquote NBA ready, maybe a 3-4 year college guy. That kind of tends to be their MO with that slot. So in terms of specific names, that's difficult to nail down at this stage, but that's kind of the prototype of player that we usually see.
Gotcha. So, Joey, I know you said the Clippers see this as possibly a franchise altering situation. I mean, just sneaking into the top 5. We did all this work. Joey, do you know how bad it was out here in Sacramento?
Come on, Joey.
And you got the dang 7th pick. Are you kidding me? And the Clippers come out of nowhere.
I was at Intuit Dome when Russell Westbrook got a triple-double, and DeMar DeRozan played like 40 minutes, and you guys got a win in Intuit Dome. So, I hear you. You guys did do a lot of work, but there were also several games where the fans were jumping up and down saying, I do not understand why DeMar DeRozan is playing 40 minutes.
Yeah, we call those the homecomings. They had a couple different homecomings.
They did.
And
Toronto, and yeah.
And it burned them. So, Joey, with that being said, you don't see a world where the Clippers trade down and maybe grab 2 first-rounders. I mean, it would just be kind of rough to give another Western Conference team, specifically the Thunder, a top 5 pick. But, any team that could be interested, the Hornets, any of these teams, the Hawks with 2 picks, you don't see the Clippers trading down and accumulating more young draft assets.
I don't see it, but I'll say that with one caveat, because I think this draft in particular is very unique when you have 3 or 4 guards who, depending on what an organization values, could realistically go anywhere from, 5 to 8, 9, 10, right? Like you have a lot of guards who, are kind of jockeying for that 5th spot. We kind of know who top 4 is going to be, but then, from there, it really depends on what an organization values. So if the Clippers felt confident enough that whoever their guy is was going to be there if they did trade down, I think that would be an interesting conversation to have. But in terms of doing it for the sake of doing it and getting an additional asset and maybe missing out on who your guy is at 5, I certainly don't anticipate them doing that.
Joey, do you have any idea when the Clippers might expect to get some clarity from the league on the aspiration investigation?
I definitely think sooner rather than later. Obviously, we heard Adam Silver's comments not too long ago about finally needing a resolution on that. I personally haven't expected anything until after the NBA Finals, but of course there's been a little bit more buzz in recent weeks and even in recent days about it maybe coming soon and even during this final series if it extends a little bit longer. So I do think we're coming down to the wire here. That's another situation where there hasn't been a whole lot of actual information getting out. Of course, the investigation's been third party. The NBA has kind of been intentional about keeping that, separate until they get the results and then deliver a decision from there. So not a whole lot out there, but in terms of timing, I would definitely say we're getting close.
All right, Joey, we don't know what happened. We don't know if there was any wrongdoing, but I think our listeners are wondering, you weren't involved in that at all, were you, Joey?
I was not involved.
Okay,
Unfortunately, I did not have a deal with Aspiration.
Gotcha.
Would have been nice. I would have done a lot for him if the figures we're talking are actually getting thrown around. But no, I did not have a deal.
All right, fair enough. Thank you.
Joey, a lot of people, when the Pacers went to the finals last year, a big conversation, these second draft guys, we got to get these second draft guys and flip them and turn them into stars, right? Well, the Clippers have one of those guys in Benedict Mathurin, but he is going to be a restricted free agent. And I'm curious, as he's made his way out to the West Coast. The Pacers decide, they're going to make this deal with you. Where does he fit in? Because like I said, Kings got this 7th overall pick. They might be looking for a guy. I don't know that Benedict Mathurin is that guy, but we know he can score the basketball. Where does he fit in? Do you feel like his market is robust enough that the Clippers could get priced out? How do you see this moving forward with Benedict Mathurin?
Mathurin had some great moments in his short time with the Clippers, and he also had some pretty low lows during his time with the Clippers. And I thought something was very interesting after the Clippers made that trade. We were talking to Lawrence Frank, and he didn't mean this in any disrespectful way towards Mathurin or Isaiah Jackson, but he was very open and honest in saying that trade with the Pacers was about the picks, and specifically the possibility of what ended up transpiring and getting number 5. So while the Clippers like Mathurin and were, glad to get him in that deal, the deal was about the pick compensation. And I certainly don't think that they feel that they need to go to the very top of the market and, match whatever he may be able to get out there. And, in terms of what that is, that's going to have to kind of, play itself out, because as we've seen in recent years, a lot of those mid-tier contracts are kind of becoming a little more obsolete now with the aprons. It's a lot more difficult to justify, some of these mid-tier contracts that we may have seen, even just 5 years ago. So that'll be a very interesting case. And I think for a guy like Mathurin, it'll honestly be one of the first chances we get to see where you have a young player who's just now starting to come into his own. Maybe some people feel he has star potential, but he's clearly not a max guy. What is the market for somebody like him in the apron era? I think we're going to have to find out. But in terms of the Clippers, feeling, pressure to go to the top of the market because they traded Zoo for him, I don't really think that that's how they view this.
Joey Lynn, as you just heard, is outstanding on the radio, covers the Clippers for SI. Joey, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Hope we get to talk to you again really soon, and have a great weekend.
Thanks so much for having me on. You guys as well.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joey.
He, by the way, is totally implicated in the aspiration thing. The way he answered was very suspicious. I have been kind of running my own investigation, and I took a lot of notes there from Mr. G. I sure would like to have done something for him.
All right. Well, I think he's on the up and up. You never know in L.A., though. There's always something going down in L.A.
I'll tell you the most interesting thing about his comments, all kidding aside. To me, it's fascinating that a guy like Michael Brown Jr. comes into some of these workouts and is able to perform well enough in the workouts where, assuming this is all true, teams are looking at him like, oh, man, yeah, we want that guy. Just in the workout.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible? We're going to talk to Jared today at 4, and that's one of the things I'm going to ask him about is what are teams actually looking for in these workouts?
Well, I mean, they tried to tell us if he was healthy, he was going to be in this conversation, and seems like the physicals have checked out, and he's back in this conversation.
Right, we think. I mean, he is in the conversation, but as far as what's a smokescreen, what's real, I don't know. But I'm with you that this one feels real.
And Kingston is going to be there at 7.
Yeah.
So just
sounds like Keaton's going to be there too.
Yeah, the Keaton thing is still wild to me because he had so many moments in this is the first. How are you that size, perform that way on that stage, and people that got paid a lot of money to evaluate are starting to say, yeah, I don't think he's got it.
I'll tell you why, I guess, but I'll tell you why, or one reason it could happen is you go to the combine, the athleticism we know is like, ooh, okay. Then you work out here and there, and if he's not shooting the ball well, teams go, yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Well, we know.
I don't know, but you know what I mean? I mean, that is something that could lead to all of a sudden, and he starts tumbling dice down the board.
Well, we know what it is, and we can make the shirts right now. We were about to start putting out some swag on Sactown Sports. I was talking to Boss Man about it.
Are we really?
And the shirts are just going to say, Dunks Matter. That's what they're going to say, Dunks Matter. Because clearly they do. Keaton Wagler, hey, let me see you dunk. Let me see you get up there, young fella. He don't get up there, it's a problem.
Yeah. I would just say, and I'd put on the back of the shirt, and it'd be a lot, like way too much, but like, dunks matter, but you can, if you can't dunk, as long as you can make threes at a high rate, that'll work out, but you're going to have to be able to make shots.
Well, clearly.
It's a terrible back of a T-shirt, but I think you get my point.
Yeah, clearly he can score and he can shoot, but They are not convinced. These are all reports, but they are not convinced.
Yeah.
Nobody is.
Yeah. What was the report? I know we talked about it a couple times, and it was actually misrepresented on X once today. But Kevin O'Connor said the Clippers are not head over heels on Wagler with the 5th pick.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And help me out here. He worked out for them?
I believe he did.
I think he did too.
Yeah.
But even still.
Michael Brown Jr. just had his lunch.
Right. Even still, he will not be working out for the Nets, I don't believe. He shut that down.
Mm-hmm.
Shut that down.
Holistic Fields. Jay, what do you make of this? Alan, if you want to race like you challenged, I'll race you and I'll go barefoot and you can wear those fancy shoes that help you sprint.
Look, I don't know what we're trying to do, Holistic. I don't know what we're trying to do. I'm not running from the smoke, but this was, I said I was the fastest host.
You running from the bill?
I'm not running. I said I was the fastest host, but we could make it pop. We can make it pop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's your deal. You used to run, you used to play a sport, or you just out here running. I got into a race. This is one of my best friends in the whole world. It was a bachelor party. We were up in Tahoe. And I don't know what it is. When it's a collection of different dudes that you don't know. So I don't know what it is. This dude was not feeling me. I was not feeling him. And at some point, we got into it, and running came up. This is pre-Achilles, right? This is probably maybe 2019, 2020. Next thing I know, Jay, in the altitude, everybody is outside, getting it popping like Fast and Furious. We had to race. This dude was like 6'2", 6'3". So I'm thinking, okay, longer strides, but I'll probably get him. We take off.
How far were you running?
Oh, man, maybe a 40, maybe 50. We take off, and he had a little more giddy up than I thought. I got him, but it was close.
Really?
I got him, but it was close. And that was kind of not prime Allen, but that was, I think, maybe late 20s Allen.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time I strapped him up. So, I'm talking about, because I know what I'm doing with these hosts. Okay? I know the host world is a specific world. I'm not trying to challenge. You need to tell me your resume.
Holistic says, let's pop, baby.
Look, recruited by Cal for rugby. Yeah, I think you in a different. Hey, Jay, with the how old are you? We need the different.
That matters
age.
too, man.
Yeah, the softball. No,
Yeah.
you might be in a different bracket.
Yeah.
All you got to do, Holistic, you call sometime. Jay and I'll put you on the air, and then you're on the radio.
Look,
you're a host.
I'm going to record this 40. We got a music video next week. We got the 40 next week. We got a lot going on next week. I put my 40 time out there, social media, Holistic, you give me yours. That's how we going to do it.
Yeah, because you might, some of these cats might be 21, fresh out of college, just play, look,
yeah,
I'm not there no more.
When
I know
were
where I'm
you?
at.
Yeah, but yesterday was his chance to say that, and he didn't say that.
No, because I know there's not a lot of hosts that are that much younger than me.
Okay.
When were you recruited by Cal for rugby?
Right.
When did you graduate high school? Let's start there before I accept any challenges.
I am not sure I want Acuff after he shared his defensive philosophies. What do you think of what he had to say? We'll hear what he told Draymond Green next on Sactown Sports.
The top young talent in the NBA is headed to Sacramento this summer for the 8th annual California Classic presented by Ticketmaster. The Kings will host the Milwaukee Bucks, Brooklyn Nets, and Golden State Warriors in a preseason showcase that's sure to bring more fireworks to your 4th of July weekend. 3-day general admission passes for July 4th, 5th, and 6th are available now. Visit kings.com/California Classic for details.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new?
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Join Sactown Sports 1140 and Super Taco on Franklin Boulevard for the ultimate soccer tournament viewing party on June 12th at 6 p.m. Cheer on Team USA, score a Team USA jersey, merchandise prizes, and great food. Super Taco on Franklin Boulevard, June 12th at 6 p.m. See you there.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, June 13th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies. All sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
The Expo sale is coming to Cresco Restaurant Equipment June 17th through the 20th. Save big on refrigeration, ice machines, gas cooking equipment, furniture, and more. Everything is on sale on Richards Boulevard. 4 days only. Don't miss Cresco's biggest savings event of the year.
Remember the days of real country music? Now you can get your favorite classic country every day on 105.1 HD3 The Ranch. Listen to The Ranch on the free KNCI app or anytime at 105.1 HD3.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
MoonPay X Games Sacramento 2026 is taking on Cal Expo this summer. Catch live music performances and more than 100 top skate, BMX, and Moto X athletes compete. June 26th through June 28th. Get your tickets now at xgames.com.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the match day spread. He's reaching for the Buffalo wing. Perfect! Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too! Incredible! What a finish! Sensational combination! Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
It's time for your Sactown Soccer Report. Powered by Sac Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District.
This week's key matches include Mexico versus South Africa, USA versus Paraguay, Brazil versus Morocco, and Netherlands versus Japan.
In soccer, defense wins championships. At home, defense stops mosquitoes. Drain standing water. That's your backline. Dress with sleeves and defend with repellent. That's your keeper. Keep your doors and screens tight. That's your shutout. Sac Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District. More tips at fightthebite.net.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Well, we found out yesterday a little more about Darius Acuff and his philosophy when it comes to playing defense. Chris Watkins is one of the people here who has said, hey, the things you see on tape about Darius Acuff and how poorly he plays defense, believe those things. Other people have suggested, yes, it doesn't look good, but you can teach a guy to play defense, and he doesn't have to be great. If he's that good offensively, you can live with a guy playing poorly at the other end. Mm-hmm. We're all operating under the assumption that the Kings really want him. We'll find out how true that is. But I was a little taken aback by what Darius Acuff had to say, and I know you were too.
Yeah, I mean, nobody. I saw Dave post about it. Nobody is loving what he said.
I get the sense, and this is just my opinion, that there are some people around here who are a little reluctant to really go in on this because, if they pick the guy, I don't want to go on record now saying this is bad, but that was very discouraging to me, what he had to say. Here's Darius Acuff Jr. talking to Draymond Green, Draymond on the Outstanding Draymond Green podcast, asking him about his defensive approach.
Do you see yourself as a guy that's coming in like, no, I want to guard my position? How do you look at it?
Yeah, that's how I've always been. You can ask any of my coaches in college, no matter, how much like my defense, mistakes that I made every night, if they tried to put me on a 2 or a 3, I'm like, man, I'm not guarding no 3. Like, I play the point, man. I'm guarding the point guard, man. Like, especially if it's like a matchup. Like, if I'm not guarding you, not guarding me. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no matchup. We just hooping out here. So I'm definitely one of the guys. I like to guard my matchup for sure because I don't want nobody to get off, more than me. So
you come into the league, like, show that you want to defend, because when I see these guys come into the league and they don't want to guard their position, they're running from a matchup, the only thing people do is pick on you more, right? Like, if you come into the league as a guy and they figure out like, oh man, he don't want to guard, it just puts you in a worse position because now every action that they run down the court
going to you
is at you. Find that coach that's the defensive coordinator. Lock in with that coach, because I'm going to tell you this. If you can learn the tendencies of players and the tendencies of teams, that right there alone is going to help you on the defensive end.
Good advice from Draymond Green to Darius Acuff. I will say that there is, Draymond alluded to it there. You can turn this and look at this as, hey, he says he wants to guard the other point guard. He's not looking to get off of that matchup. I heard it as a guy saying, no, I only want to guard my guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm misinterpreting,
Yeah, hearing that again, no harm, no foul.
I heard it the opposite way. See, I heard it as, the guy that's sticking me, I'm gonna bust his ass, and I don't want nobody to be taking, me busting that tail, taking the wrong way. Like, I don't want to be the person that's, if you going for 30 and you're not sticking me, I'm gonna go for 30 against you too. Like, that's one-on-one matchup is kind of what I heard it as.
Yeah, I guess a semantics thing in a way. If he's playing a team with, I don't know, call it a Jalen Johnson, right? I don't think he thinks he needs to be sticking Jalen Johnson. I think he's in that position, hey, I'm guarding the point guard. But even with that being said, what he's referencing is when the Cavs would play the Warriors, but Steph wasn't guarding Kyrie, Klay was guarding Kyrie. Right. That's what he's referencing. So I think people are looking too far into it. If the best player isn't a guard, I don't think Darius Acuff is going to seek them out. He's saying, don't hide me on somebody else. That's what he meant. I think that's what he meant. Hearing it again, that's how he's saying most of these guards are the best scorer. Anthony Edwards would give him the business, but he's saying if it's Anthony Edwards, 2 guards, mano-a-mano, I'm a guard him.
Yeah, I understand that. But if you look at, again, the video, and I know a lot of people have cherry-picked his worst plays on defense. You put that together, you could do that for just about anybody, and they would look like a terrible defender. I get that. But in some of those clips, he looked very indifferent. And my concern when I heard him say what he said to Draymond was, wait, so you don't want to guard a 2 or a 3. I just am a little taken aback by him not saying, look, we're just on defense, we are stopping them. Instead of for him, it's like, I'm guarding my man. And I'm not 100% down with that.
See, I think I hear what you're saying, but I think he just didn't do a good job of explaining what he was saying. To me, he's saying... You
should have explained it for him because you explained it very well.
I think he's saying, and we could play it one more time. I think he's saying, I'm about the smoke. Like Allen is challenging people to races.
Yeah.
I'm not ducking the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, put me on the guy that's sticking me and I want to stick, and I want that guy who I'm sticking to stick me too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not running away from the matchup.
Yeah. And that is true that was the way the question was phrased.
Yeah.
Do you want to guard your matchup? And he was like, yeah. So,
Yeah,
I see what you guys are saying.
I think he got a little caught up in, again, new media, old media talk. He's just sitting there shooting the breeze with Draymond Green versus he's sitting in a draft room with GMs.
Journalists.
I don't think he's answering it the same way. But Draymond's a weird one because he is part of the media and he's also a player. So, hey, I'm just kind of talking to Draymond. Well, this stuff is also going to get out to GMs, and then he might even dang near have to walk it back in an interview. Hey, what did you mean by that? So
I'll tell you this. I hope he really was listening. I know that we're not big Draymond fans around here, and I know Draymond can be very annoying even to his own coaches, but he gave Darius Acuff some great advice.
Yeah, he did.
Some great advice.
Draymond, when he wants to, he can give you some gems, but it's going to come with some Draymond.
Well, yeah, look how far he's gotten despite all the problems and the animosity that he's created and the friction. But the Warriors, for years, we got to move off him. We can't win without him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No harm, no
he's
foul.
Smart.
No harm, no foul. That's not how he meant it.
Yeah. You've talked me down a few notches, but I'm still a little concerned.
See, I think, and this is the thing, the precedent has been set in the fact that we've been told he's not a good defender. Right. So anything that doesn't sound good to your ears, it's a drawback. We're at this point in the draft, consortment of things that we're looking at. Mm-hmm. Everybody is penny pinching every little thing that you say. If you don't tie your shoes properly, I don't know, that's going to push him down to the 8th pick. We're at that point. We just need it to happen. But if you're not a Darius Acuff person, or you're on the fence, or you're kind of looking for a reason to bring him down, this is your reason. I understand that.
Yeah.
Just kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah, but you explained it very well. I'm glad we had this talk. I feel better about it.
And even if you flipped it, I don't know how much he could have helped his situation with not people like you, Whitey, but people that are worried about you, the yous of the world, the Chris Watkins of the world. Mm-hmm. He said, oh, man, I'll do whatever I can to help the team. Chris would just say, well, look at the tape.
Yeah.
He ain't doing it.
I still
got to get out there.
And you could do it. You have better things to do. I want somebody to go in and put together a highlight mix of him and his good defensive plays.
Yeah.
Now, maybe it would take you a long time.
Yeah, I don't think it's...
But I would like to see that.
I might have another song before I,
You might have an album.
I might have a whole EP.
EP?
Know Your NBA Finals Nicknames is coming up next. Jerry Reynolds, top of the hour. Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
Once again, the bright lights of New York are calling. And Alan Stiles is ready to answer.
I'm talking to my guy Michael Scotto, and I want to chop cheese. And, if I get my coffee, then I go down to Bodega. I say I need a bagel with lox. Let me get some lox.
So, how about those Knicks?
Hey, you see Brunson last night? Forget about it. Hey, OG Anunoby, where'd he come from? I don't know, B.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Hello, I'm Frank Cockrell with Retirement Security Centers with a weekly economic update. Inflation is back in the spotlight. New consumer price index data shows prices rising 4.2% over the past year, the highest inflation reading in 3 years, driven largely by higher energy costs and ongoing geopolitical tensions affecting global oil supplies. For much of the past year, investors expected the Federal Reserve to begin lowering interest rates, but the outlook is becoming less certain. With inflation running more than double the Fed's 2% target, some economists and Federal Reserve officials are now discussing the possibility that rates may need to remain higher for longer or even move higher again to prevent inflation from becoming entrenched. For investors, this means continued volatility in both stocks and bonds as markets adjust to a world where rate cuts are no longer guaranteed. As always, maintaining a diversified, long-term investment strategy remains critical when economic conditions are changing. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Mosaic Wealth, member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Mosaic Wealth.
Skeeter here, my card. Field Tech, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District. I never met a Culex terrasalis I didn't want to smack. That's Latin for mosquito. Hey, it's time again to fight the bite. Time to protect yourself from West Nile virus by applying insect repellent. Once a week, drain stagnant water and report dirty green swimming pools.
Ew.
They're breeding grounds.
The Sacramento Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you it's time to fight the bite.
My card never gets old.
For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
Hi, I'm Adam Johnson here with Golf Fitness Solutions. If you want more distance, less pain, better mobility, and a body that holds up for 18 holes, come see us. We're expanding in Carmichael, and you're invited to our grand opening party on June 13th from noon to 4. Tour our new space, meet the team, try the simulator challenge, see if you can make a hole-in-one, and learn how golf-specific training, stretching, massage, and assessments can help your game. Call 916-802-5175 or visit us at golffitnesssolutions.com for more information.
I love a girls' weekend, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin, thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
You can usually find me in the kitchen, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm still in the mix with Skyrizi to treat my joint symptoms.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe at 4 months.
Or if you're an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
The Steel City comes to town as the A's host the Pittsburgh Pirates for a thrilling 3-game series starting Monday, June 15th. Kick off the week with an exciting Monday matchup, followed by special theme nights and exclusive ballpark giveaways all midweek long. Don't miss your chance to catch rare interleague action right here in Sacramento, where the A's take on the Pittsburgh Pirates starting Monday, June 15th. Get tickets now at athletics.com/tickets. That's athletics.com/tickets.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Raymond Woodland. Chad, I got a question. What's happening for Chryslers Make This the summer event?
Right now, you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on those hard-to-find new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. Plus, you can take advantage of available 5.9% for 84 months financing with no payments for 90 days on select inventory.
Chad, you've always got the best selection of Rams and now the best interest rates.
We are truck people at Hoblet. That's why we have over 600 new Rams available. And more importantly, the hard-to-find Rams you're looking for. That means your new Ram is waiting at HobletDodge.com.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, and now unbeatable interest rates. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after $10,500 dealer discount. Incentives include $500 on-the-job upfit for eligible upfit, 1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade-in. 10 of this net savings, see dealer for details.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Emran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Beer Yeller. Old Yeller, Old Yeller, Old Yeller. Beer Yeller, come back Yeller. Best doggone dog in the West.
Old Yeller was a mongrel, an ugly lop-eared mongrel. Fancy free without a family tree.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Here, Yeller! Come back, Yeller! Best doggone dog in the West. You've seen Old Yeller, the Disney classic from 1960, whatever. They had to put O. Yeller down, which is why I compared the Spurs after last game to O. Yeller. Because after O. Yeller got put down, the kid that owned him, what was the kid's name? Anyway, he was beside himself, and his dad had to say, sometimes, son, you look for something to take the place of something you lost, and you'll find it. And so I think the Spurs being from Texas, as old Yeller was, I think, maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a way for them to find their way through this and get back in this series. The Athletic says the one advantage they have here is that a chance to grow from their mistakes is a silver lining to that loss. That's something you've been preaching.
Yeah, when we say this, though, it doesn't always mean this series, right? It could mean this series, but it might just be the future. And I've heard it discussed both ways, Whitey. Hey, it could help them if they are, up 29 tomorrow night, but it could also just, if they do lose tomorrow or whenever it is, it could also help them, hey, when, the next time we're here next year or whenever it is, we'll never forget this night.
Mitch Johnson said we need to continue to put pressure on the rim, touch the paint, crash, because you don't always make even the best three-point looks, miss some really good shots in the second half. You have to continue to be tough-minded enough to play the brand of basketball regardless of the outcome or what the score is, end quote. What stands out to me about that is I haven't heard Mitch Johnson or Wemby or anybody on the Spurs talking about we need to be better or I need this or they need to do that. It's very positive.
You know what, guys?
At least publicly.
You know what? As you were saying that, you know where I'm going with this? Kind of Niners-y, isn't it?
Wow.
Isn't it? Everything's good. And I saw somebody say, what did the
Allen with the chicken wing?
Well, no, what did the Cavs say? We won the analytical battle or whatever based on the analytics we actually won.
Yeah, Coach.
Yeah.
Kenny Atkinson said.
Right. People were, saying that's how the Spurs sound a little bit. But, yeah, there hasn't been a lot of accountability. It's we feel good. We actually kind of won these games even though we didn't. We've been in control. It's all on us. They're not giving the Knicks really any credit. And I think that's what the Knicks need to use. They're basically saying, y'all got lucky 3 times.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He said here, he being Mitch Johnson, we feel like we've decided the outcome of all 4 games.
They're all saying it. And they have they have their model and their talking points that they're going to, but I don't know. I think you could be a little bit more respectful.
I don't know about the comparison to the Niners, but I get what you're saying about a kind of an organizational arrogance. Like, we're the Spurs. We haven't been here in a while, but we're still the Spurs.
Yeah.
We are controlling all of this.
Yeah, Tim Duncan's walking around talking to us. A lot of people are walking around talking to us.
Yeah. Vinny, the Knicks fan, what do you think of that, Vinny?
Hey, it's a little disrespectful. We won a game.
Isn't it, Vinny?
We up 3-1 for a reason.
Yeah.
We up 3-1 for a reason. It ain't luck. It ain't luck. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Good luck. I hope you enjoy the game. It's time for Know Your NBA Finals nicknames. You watch a series like this, especially one like this where there's so much interest, and after a few games you feel like you get to know the players better than you did before. So I have here the nicknames of we're talking about the starters on these 2 teams, okay?
Okay.
So 5 starters in each team, obviously. And these nicknames are according to Basketball Reference. You know that if you've ever looked at Basketball Reference nicknames, sometimes you see them and you go, I've never heard that guy called that in my life.
Yeah.
But that's what we're going by here. So who wants to go first? Alan or Jay? I'm going to give you the nicknames and you see if you can guess.
I'll be lead off.
Which starters? Okay. All right. Who, of all the starters here in this series, who is known, according to Basketball Reference, as Juju?
Julian Champagnie.
He's got it. Boom. How about Jay, whose nicknames, plural, include Big Body of the starters?
He's just the starters.
These are only the starters.
Cat.
No, I know this.
Not correct. Alan.
Big Body Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
Come on,
right.
are you serious?
Yeah.
I think Kendrick calls him that all the time.
Come on.
Kendrick
Perkins?
Yeah.
So Alan has two, so Jay will stick with you here. Who is known as Noodles and Praying Mantis? Both. That's both. One guy.
Noodles and Praying Mantis?
Yeah, he's got a lot of nicknames. Who is known as Noodles and Praying Mantis? Starters in the funnels. Again, all of these nicknames.
Michael Bridges.
Yeah. He's got it.
Yeah, gotta be.
Uh-huh. And that's 2 there, so he actually tied the game. 2-2.
All right.
Yeah. So it comes down to this sudden death. You get to go first, Alan. Which 2 starters in this series?
2 starters.
Do not have nicknames, according to Basketball Reference.
Oh.
Okay. That is really hard to not have any type of nickname. Well, I have one. I'm trying to figure out who the other one is. And I think
you can win it right here.
Tough.
You could win it.
I'm going to go Devin Vassell and OG Anunoby.
He's got it! Wow!
OG Anunoby has no nickname?
No, isn't that incredible?
I was thinking Steph Castle, but I'm like, I can't remember anybody.
I figured they played with the Castle.
The Castle?
King of the Castle.
Yeah. And then
that's stupid.
I almost said
it is.
Devin Vassell and Josh Hart, but then I figured there's probably some stupid Hart nickname.
Yeah, I
Heart
thought
of the
so
City.
Too. Hart, yeah, I thought that's like Hart's got to have something.
Jason Barkley.
What?
That's his other nickname.
Who?
I'm sorry, Josh Barkley. You're talking about Hart, right?
Oh,
yeah, because he rebounds.
Yeah.
Small.
I always get Jason Hart and Josh Hart. I always get them.
I see.
Sorry about that.
And Cat got about 15.
Yeah, Cat got so many.
One of them is, I think, K-A-T Bodega. I don't know what that means.
Because there are cats in the bodega.
Cats in the bodega?
And you ever go to a bodega, you ask for chopped cheese, you see a little kitty cat. Meow.
Really? Thank you, Vinny.
Yeah, there's a whole profile of bodega cats.
Yes.
Yeah, they just hang out.
It's a New York thing.
Yeah, it's a New York thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
Devin
sense.
Vassell, I thought he was one of them. I can't believe OG doesn't have a nickname.
Yeah, now someone's going to say, well, isn't OG a nickname? It's his given name.
Short, abbreviated.
Right, but it's not really a nickname.
Right, like Buster Posey.
Yeah.
It is a nickname, but it just
that's
goes
what
by
he's
Buster.
known by. Wow, you guys did very well. Alan did extremely well.
Thank you.
You've been studying Basketball Reference nicknames?
I grind tape and I grind nicknames. That's what I do.
All right. We will come back with the one and only Jerry Reynolds with a look at the finals and the upcoming draft and more next on Sactown Sports.
He's Carmichael Dave, morning show co-host, a man of the people, and an amateur entomologist.
Wait, are we going to let it slide that Dave thinks the mosquito drinks blood from its butt? Firstly, they didn't let it slide. Secondly, I'm just saying, like, that's... What are you saying? I'm saying, like, that's, you know... What? I wasn't saying it actually had butt cheeks. I'm saying that's, you know, it's kind of a, you know...
Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tea at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's Renter's Insurance, like his laptop and his surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the four walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, June 13th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies. All sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Midtown Second Saturday is back again on June 13th. Discover local art, catch a special activation in Government Alley, and enjoy a free car show in Silent Disco at Fremont Park from 4 to 8 p.m. Learn more at Explore Midtown or visit MidtownSecondSaturday.com. Thanks to Bonnie Plumbing, Electrical, Heating, and Air.
Join Sactown Sports 1140 and Super Taco on Franklin Boulevard for the ultimate soccer tournament viewing party on June 12th at 6 p.m. Cheer on Team USA, score a Team USA jersey, merchandise prizes, and great food. Super Taco on Franklin Boulevard, June 12th at 6 p.m. See you there.
Get ready for the expo sale at Cresco Restaurant Equipment, June 17th through 20th. For 4 days only, save big on everything you need for your food service operation. Shop huge discounts on refrigeration, ice machines, gas cooking equipment, indoor and outdoor furniture, commercial cooking tools, glassware, tableware, and much more. Plus, meet factory reps and enter for giveaways. It's all happening at Cresco Restaurant Equipment, 951 Richards Boulevard. Everything is on sale. Don't miss the best savings opportunity of the year.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Woo! There's no better way to get ourselves ready for the weekend than to talk to the great Jerry Reynolds. Prepare Alan to have your brain expanded by the vast amounts of knowledge that he's going to share with us here on the airwaves.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. I feel like I haven't talked to Jerry in a while.
Yeah, I think, did you miss when he came on to talk about Coach Adelman? Were you here when he came on to talk about Coach Adelman? That was like...
Oh, no.
Okay,
I was.
All right. Yes, he's back with us once again, the one and only Jerry Reynolds. Coach, how are you today? Hope all is well.
All is well, except I've got to tell you.
Yeah.
I was listening to you guys talking about nicknames. What pitiful group of nicknames. You know what's happened to our league, fellas?
Yeah.
Remember when great players, that's all you needed was a nickname. Dr. J, the Dream, the Admiral, Magic, Pistol Pete, Larry Legend. the glove, the mailman.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on.
You're absolutely
Think about
right.
it. What in the hell's gone on with our league?
You think those are better than calling Mikal Bridges noodles?
I do. I really do.
What was the other one? Praying mantis?
Praying mantis, yeah. Well, yeah, we appreciate your fighting your way through those. You have seen a lot of De'Aaron Fox. You've probably seen every game he's played. You were courtside for many of them. What, in your view, Coach, is the problem right now with De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah, he's in a tough spot. I feel bad for him because it's a little bit of an adjustment. Number one, coming to a team when he's been used to being number one, and clearly when he went to the Spurs, he was kind of number two, and then really Castle's better than he is, and then now probably Harper is too.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, and he's the guy making $50 million a year, and that. It's tough. I mean, because fans and as well as himself, that gets tougher. And now you're in a position to where, you're also going to get 12 or 13 shots a game instead of 25. And it puts a little more pressure on each one of them, not just because you're in the finals. So, yeah, I just think he's in such an unusual position at this time in his career. And clearly it hasn't went well. It doesn't mean it won't. He's a wonderful young man, and you hope he can sort it out. But I do think it has as much to do with the talent of some other people on the team.
Yeah, and that's a great point, Jerry, and I've mentioned something along those lines as well. He can be perfectly willing to go along with it, but it's still an adjustment for him, right? It doesn't mean he didn't want to do it, but it's still difficult when you've never played that particular role before.
Oh, absolutely. And I think, he's trying maybe too hard to fit in. And I mean, and he's tried one of those things. Well, I know I had to fit in with Wemby, and then I've adjusted to Castle. Oh, damn, I got to adjust again.
Yeah.
And I think probably anybody who's played sports that isn't great understands that a little bit, that it's not easy, especially if you've been, say you've been the best junior high kid, and then all of a sudden, time you're a sophomore in high school, the guys that you were better than are better than you.
Yeah, I mean, Jerry, it kind of feels like the deal that was agreed upon, everything just changed with Dylan Harper, right? If the Spurs knew, they can sit there and say, oh, this is fine and we're not paying anybody yet and that's cool. But if the Spurs knew Dylan Harper was going to be this, they probably don't even make that trade, right?
Right. Absolutely. I mean, and I mean, it's one of those things to where it's not Fox's fault per se. But I mean, the way I look at their team is clearly he's going to be odd man out at some point, because they can't pay all those guys big money. And my feeling is, and I know you guys know more about it than I do, but it looks like to me they really need a power forward. And because Wemby isn't that strong, he needs somebody to kind of protect him. And, Fox might be the guy to get him that piece and then prepare him go forward with, because you're going to have to pay Castles and Harper eventually, and certainly Wemby pretty soon.
Do you think, Coach, do you think that Wemby, as phenomenal as he is, would he be well served to at some point come up with a go-to offensive move of some kind?
I'll tell you what, it would be good to see him learn how to play in the post, because he has no post game unless you consider a fadeaway jump shot,
right?
And catching lobs, but I mean a real post game. But I understand it, because physically he has a tough time holding position, and so that with his current body type, that's going to probably be a while. But he needs to. That's part of his game. He can't just be a 7'4" perimeter guy. And I'll tell you one other thing he needs to learn to do: set a screen. he's as bad setting screens as Sabonis is good.
Wow.
I mean, it's and I understand it. Who in the heck wants to set screens, especially when you guys run over you, hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
I know Allen and his dad, he'd set good screens. I know.
No.
Yes, I did.
No.
Low center
Allen
gravity.
Was, give me the ball. Set the screen for me.
Yeah, Jerry, I got to point to them. Hey, come up top. I need a high one. Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry, Jerry, look, I'm not going to belabor this point. I really am not. But there's a buddy of mine. He's a huge Knicks fan, and he has always said to me, Jerry, he lives in Sacramento now, and he's always said to me, Keegan Murray needs to be the Kings' OG Anunoby. And I know it's tough to say right now because OG is hot after that game winner and that ridiculous game that he had. But when you do look at Keegan, does that seem like someone we should use as maybe some type of comparison? Because the older these guys get, you start to wonder, okay, this player type is out of the question. Keegan's probably not going to be Kawhi. He's probably not going to be Jason Tatum. Can you get to OG Anunoby, kind of similar builds? What do you think about that, Jerry?
I think your buddy's onto it. I think that would be Keegan's ceiling. Mm-hmm. And I think, because of his ability to play defense like OG. And OG hasn't always been as good as he is now, as we all know. He wouldn't have been traded there. Mm-hmm. But he's a terrific player, two-way player. And I think that's what Keegan is. And he needs to get to that. Could he get to that level? Yes. But he's not there. And he's a full giant step away right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jerry Reynolds, nice enough to check in with us. So all that considered, what stood out to you about that Knicks comeback in the last game?
Well, just how, I mean, I don't know. It's one of the most amazing games I ever saw. I was ready to quit on it. And I just thought, I have nothing else to do, so I can't watch it. I have no life. But the Knicks, the Knicks have come back from big margins before. And I thought they'd come back. Now, I didn't think they'd come back and win. I thought they'd come back and get it to 10 or 12, something like that. Mm-hmm. And because really, Jalen Brunson, he's such a little tiger. Yeah. And, and then OG. I mean, those guys just play ball, boy. Mm-hmm. And you have to beat them. And of course, then the only way they could win is if the Spurs helped them, and the Spurs decided to do that.
Yeah, they did.
They went full gag mode there late.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That third quarter, they almost just, what do you want us to do, Knicks? We're just going to run down, miss threes, and then you do whatever you want. We're just trying to run out the clock in the third quarter.
Yeah, they got pretty proud of themselves, didn't they?
Yeah.
and I think Coach Johnson probably, and he's done a marvelous job this year, but I think he kind of went to sleep at the switch too. Mm-hmm. It is one of those things to where the momentum had really switched before they knew it switched.
Yep.
Jerry, what about the idea? We've been going back and forth, and I've been, trying to look. We've seen teams come back from 3-1 before, but trying to, I guess, breathe life into the Spurs. And I truly do feel like this. The reality is the Spurs have probably controlled, what do you think, Jerry, about 70% of the series, and they've been in the lead. They've led after the first quarter in all 4 games. How much of that, and that's what they're all saying. They got their talking points. Hey, we're the ones that have, hey, we lost these games. Don't get it twisted. The Knicks didn't win it. We lost these games. How much do you think it matters that the Knicks haven't ever come out and just taken the bull by the horns? Do you think the Spurs truly can use that to their advantage and say, look, we've controlled this the beginning of every single game. We're not that far away. Is this 3-1 maybe not as daunting as other 3-1s?
I totally think so. I mean, they should use it that way. I mean, they should have probably won all 4 games.
Yeah.
But they're down 3-1 and deservedly so because of little things and all that. And I think if they, the big thing now is just bounce back from that disaster, get the next one at home, and then you can go, they know they can go into Madison Square Garden and win. Now, do I think they'll win the series? I don't. But I honestly, they're more talented than the Knicks. So, and usually that gives you a chance if you're more talented. It would help if you would not beat yourself out.
Right. The great Jerry Reynolds sharing his wisdom with us. Wanted to shift the focus back to, of course, the draft for a little bit. We're hearing things, Jerry, and as you have told us, you just can't believe everything you hear this time of year about prospects. But we are hearing that potentially Michael Brown Jr. really was great in some of the workouts, and maybe he's moving up the board. My question is, when you guys, and I know you've done this many times, you have some prospects come in, and they have their track record, and you have all the film, and you interview them. What are you actually looking for and looking at in these workouts?
Yeah, that's a great question because I think the workouts are overrated. I mean, it's kind of like the combine. There's information there you get that helps, just like a workout, but it's not. It shouldn't be anywhere near as important as the 35 games they played during the season, and that sort of thing. But you can get some idea of what kind of kid he is, and you try to, with different evaluation methods, psychologically and all, maybe get some idea. Does he have a work ethic? Will he want to get better? Is he coachable? Is he a guy that you think his teammates would get along with and coaches? That sort of thing. In the team meetings, you do get a feel of that. I always remember certain guys, that came off a little different. I always remember Ricky Rubio. I thought he was a good player, but wasn't, in my mind, near as good as several others in that draft. And, and where people were saying you got to take him 1 or 2 or whatever. Well, he can't shoot. I thought that was a kind of a flaw.
You knew your basketball in those days, huh? You knew what was going on.
I did. I said, that he shoots it doesn't go in. and then others, quite honestly, I thought, a guy like Drew Holiday was such a classy young man. And he's young, probably should have stayed in school another year, and he'd have been a top 3 or 4 pick. But just said, boy, eventually he's gonna be really good. And of course, it took him a little while, and he became really good. And a guy that we couldn't get because he's taken in front of us, but Russell Westbrook. But and Russ, you loved everything about him except, boy, he was an arrogant guy then.
Yeah.
You thought, I don't know, even if we could get him, he's going to be a handful.
Jerry, with all the kind of reports that are coming out with, this team likes that player, X, Y, and Z, we were having a conversation about skill versus athleticism. And the name right now that seems to be dropping a little bit, Jer, is Keaton Wagler. Now, it's a bit confusing to me. We watched him do it on the highest stage, on the biggest stage. I've been joking about the fact that he didn't dunk or he hasn't dunked, so maybe teams do care about dunking a little bit. But in all seriousness, how much does it matter when you have a guy that can kind of get buckets and is clearly skilled but lacks that athleticism? We've seen it with the Lucas. We've seen it with a couple other guys, but it seems like at the end of the day, there is a line of, and we don't know where Keaton's going to go, but it does seem like there's a line of athleticism that the league still feels you need to have to be considered the elitist of the elite.
Yeah, I worry a little bit about a couple of things with him, and dunking isn't one of them. I mean, the Big O never dunked.
Right.
I mean, he did in high school, but he quit after that. He didn't need to. So that's just one thing. But his quickness bothers me. I mean, I don't know, if his game translates as well to the NBA, can he get by guys? I think he will. But it's like Luka you mentioned like Luka is so strong and so skilled. Well, Wagler's not to that level of skill by any level, and he's certainly not that strong to where he can get by and through guys. So I think of all those guards, and I guess I'll sum it up this way. In my opinion, is he might turn out to be the best, but it might take him the longest to get there.
Okay. Yeah. Jay, you got your Flashback Friday question for Coach?
I do. I was I don't know if you guys had heard Charles Barkley mentioning about Magic Johnson getting $1 million. And, of course, the Knicks look over on the sideline and you see assistant coach Mo Cheeks, good old Maurice Cheeks, Hall of Famer, former coach, assistant coach now. I believe, I just looked this up, he was the first person to have 2,000 steals solely, meaning responsible one-on-one in the NBA. Coach, what do you remember about Mo Cheeks? As I remember growing up in the 90s, kind of caught him around the Knicks and the Hawks, 90, 91, 92, somewhere around there. I didn't really get to see his heyday. What'd you think about Mo Cheeks balling?
Well, he was just an ultimate floor leader. I mean, in other words, he's kind of a John Stockton, Chris Paul. He was that level of leader, a two-way player, could score. Was on a team, didn't need him to score a lot, but a real winner. And without a doubt, the best point guard to ever come out of West Texas State, just in case you didn't know that. But really one of those guys that was a late developer and just kept developing. What nobody saw it coming that he would become, an elite point guard when, he was clearly one of the top 5 at his position for a decade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jared, when you look at those Sixers teams, from 77 through most of the 80s, I mean, if it weren't for the Celtics and the Lakers, they'd be considered an all-time great team, right?
Yeah, and they might have honestly had more talent.
Yeah.
But for some reason it didn't fit as well. But geez, with the talent they had, Dr. J and Cheeks and Jordan McGinnis and Doug Collins and some of those guys. I mean, that was and World Be Free.
Yeah. And they won that one, but boy, they sure made an impression that year they won 83. They were so freaking dominant.
Yeah, the getting Moses was all the difference because he kind of cleaned up everybody else's mess. I mean, just an absolute, got every rebound. And I always remember him playing against Kareem, and Kareem didn't like playing against Moses because Moses kind of beat him up a little bit.
Just one more before we let you go. You Jay mentioned Magic, and I know Magic has been talking about De'Aaron Fox and how De'Aaron probably should have dribbled out the clock at the end of the last game. Jerry, Magic is one of my all-time favorite players. He's great. But I remember in 84, he had a terrible finals, right? Where people wondering what was wrong with Magic, where he ran the clock out when the game was tied and he missed free throws and he was turning the ball over. He came back from that, but maybe that's something Derek could look at because the 84 finals for Magic, as I remember, were disastrous.
It really was. And he did really something worse than Fox did.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's truly, Magic, greatest point guard ever. But he was that particular game and that particular time, he wasn't even average, and it just happened. But like you say, he learned from it and moved on, and De'Aaron can. I mean, it was a mistake, I think. I think most people would realize that should have dribbled it out, but he didn't. But you can't solve a problem if you don't admit you have one, and I think that's what Magic did, and certainly that's what Fox has kind of got to kind of learn. Yeah, it was not one of his finer moments, but it was only one of a lot of mistakes on the part of the Spurs, and of course it's also true if OG doesn't do what he does. I mean, I think Jason Hart might not be a particularly well-loved guy in New York right now.
Right. Yeah. Well, as always, we appreciate it. Wouldn't be Friday without you. Thanks. Enjoy the games and have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, and come up with some good nicknames. Good grief.
Well, you're the nickname guy. I mean, you're known for that.
Well, yeah, but that's just goofy nicknames. I mean, like, for history's sake.
Oh, okay.
Come on, we got all these great players. They got no great nicknames.
You're right. We'll work
Isn't
on that.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we'll have Jay get on that.
And we'll see if we don't have some for you next time we have you on. And
okay, yeah, that's more like it.
All
Thanks.
Right. Thank you, Jerry.
See you guys.
See you later.
Text line wanted to know what Jerry's nickname was.
Didn't he say it was a Caucasian comet? I think that's what he used to say. Seriously, I believe that's what he used to refer to himself as.
That's 916 wanted to know. Now we know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fast?
I agree with him though about the workouts. I would think it would be really silly to have all this information on a player, and then you have what he did at the combine and what he did in college. Then he comes in for one afternoon. You're like, oh my goodness, yeah. Forget everything else we've seen. He's the guy.
Yeah. And get caught up though.
Mm-hmm.
When you see it live, I do think it's different, right? Because there is a level of there's so many different types of pressure out there, but some teams might value that performing under that type of pressure more than other types of pressure.
Thank you, Derek Anderson, for noticing my Ultraman shirt. I don't think Jerry Reynolds knows who Ultraman is, but he might. He's a very learned man.
Yes.
Yeah. He also seemed to think, you're right, Alan, that, the Spurs have the opportunity here, as well as they've played in this series at times for most of the series. This thing ain't over.
Yeah. Now, it's funny because in a little bit, not too flip-flop, but honestly, it feels like it might end up helping the Knicks that everyone is saying it ain't over. It's not the same now that the dust has settled. There aren't a lot of people saying, to be honest, there are more people. It feels like there are more people saying what I'm saying versus, Spurs are done. We'll see you next year. In that moment, it did. But I think once that extra day, I think everyone said, well, you know what? The Spurs have controlled the game a lot.
Yeah, a couple of things. Yesterday, when the Giants had that incredible walk-off, I asked Jay to replay it. And Jay said, no, I'm
complete waste of everybody's time.
I'm not going to do that. And I said, oh, come on, we'll play it. And he goes, no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. So I found a replay of the walk-off that he said he might play. So we'll see if we get that coming up.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, we'll look more at what the Kings are most likely to do with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan this summer as we roll on Sactown Sports.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on Sactown Sports 1140. Are the Charlotte Hornets targeting Domantas Sabonis as a potential trade target? Stay locked into Sactown Sports 1140 at SactownSports.com for the latest intel on all things Sacramento Kings this offseason.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento. Get ready because the Fasteners Inc. Super Sale is back on Friday, June 12th and Saturday, June 13th. Stop by Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet on Power in Road for crazy deals on Milwaukee tools. We're talking 20% off all Milwaukee Packout, hand tools, and tool accessories. Free goods and dollars off your order and certain spend amounts. And overall insane deals on Milwaukee batteries and bare tools again. June 12th from 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and June 13th from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Visit FastenersInc.net for more info.
Everyone loves to be outside, and so do mosquitoes. Protect yourself against mosquitoes and West Nile virus by following these simple tips. At least once a week, look around your yard and drain stagnant water from any containers where mosquitoes can breed. Remember to use an effective mosquito repellent, especially at dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active. Close all doors and be sure screens are in good working condition. At the Mosquito and Vector Control District, we're here to help. Visit us at fightthebite.net.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, June 13th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies. All sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here's to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, tax, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
Your summer concert lineup is here with the Sactown Sports Live Events Calendar. June 18th through the 21st, it's the El Dorado County Fair and Event Center with rides, food, live music, and family fun. June 20th, catch Dave Cause and friends at the Blue Note Napa Summer Session at the Meritage Resort and Spa in Napa. Then laugh with Chris Tucker June 27th. Don't miss the X Games flying into Cal Expo June 26th through the 28th. July brings Brasco Flats July 10th at Lake Tahoe Amphitheater at Caesars Republic. Gary Owen July 18th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento, and Willie Nelson July 19th at Ironstone Amphitheater. Then August explodes with Santana and the Doobie Brothers August 8th at Toyota Amphitheater. David Lee Roth August 14th at Thunder Valley. Kane Brown August 16th at Ironstone Amphitheater. The Black Crows and Whiskey Myers August 19th. George Thorogood August 24th, and Ashley Cook October 10th at Ace of Spades. Get every show and every ticket now on the Sactown Sports Live Events Calendar.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, tell us what's happening for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event.
Kick summer off right when you save up to $9,500 off MSRP on new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo Altitudes. You won't find a better looking, more powerful, and comfortable Jeep on the road. There's nothing like moving the family around in luxury.
Yeah, those Jeeps look real nice inside and out.
It's beautiful, but Hoblet is more than Jeeps. Stop by the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter to find whatever you need. With nearly 200 vehicles available and 115 under $30,000, Hoblet needs to be your first stop.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$9,500 total net savings on select new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo Altitude. Up to $5,500 factory incentive and $4,000 dealer discount. Incentives include $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade-in and $2,000 Make This the Summer event retail cash. 3 of this net savings. Sample VIN 243062. See dealer for details.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 61, Patrick Willis's Pick Six.
On September 14, 2008, 49ers linebacker Patrick Willis recorded his first career interception at an opportune moment. The Seattle Seahawks held a 20-13 advantage over the Niners at Quest Field and threatened to score again after driving to the Niners' 25-yard line. Instead, Willis nabbed quarterback Matt Hasselbeck's pass and returned it 86 yards for a score, the longest interception return by a Niners linebacker in 49er history. Willis's pick six was a dramatic game changer, and rather than allowing Seattle to take a 2-score lead, that touchdown tied the game at 20. Joe Nedney's 40-yard field goal in overtime won it for the Niners 33-30.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140.
Keep what you got until you get what you need, y'all.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Better late than never. Yesterday, after the Giants walked off the Nats on an Eldridge Grand Slam, it was an incredible, incredible comeback. Of course, I asked Jay to play the highlight, Alan, and he said, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Which, is unfortunate because, among other things, I think we missed the whole drop trow thing that...
Yeah. I don't even know if I can say it. He said on TV. I don't know if I can say it on the radio.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't.
What did he... I know he was on the flagship. Did he clarify, or is it what it sounds like?
He did clarify, but I don't know what the clarification was. Yeah.
Okay. Did he say?
That's what I don't know. I know that I saw something that he talked about it, but I don't know what he said. Yeah.
Okay.
Because Kruko said, if they come back and win this game, I'm going to take my shirt off, right?
Yes.
Because that's the whole, we talked about that.
That's
a thing
talking
now.
about the shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I guess Kuiper said, you're going to have to do more than take your shirt off if they win this game. And then they did, and there was some comment about drop trow, and then something having to do with like a pig that had escaped the pen, right? I mean, it was something like that. Anyway.
Yeah, it didn't sound like that. But
maybe
it's
Jay knew. He's like, hey, that's a little, I don't know. Maybe I can't play that.
Right, but it's about a pig, yes.
Yeah. So I did find a different call of that walk-off home run and sent it to Jay, and he's, So here is the Jay-approved replay of Bryce Eldridge's walk-off home run yesterday.
무사발로 스포츠에 들어올렸습니다. 오른쪽에 떠갑니다. 계속 가요. 담장 쪽으로 담장 넘어갔어요. 경기가 이렇게 끝납니다. 말롬런 엘드리지.
That's a Korean call.
아니 지금은
Yeah.
Okay.
Great call.
Yeah, that is a great call. Nobody could believe it.
Right.
Nobody could believe it.
I still can't believe it, Alan.
I mean, I can believe it. It's just one game.
Did people react? I know you posted your reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, people liked it. There was some random Cubs fan that said, they just posted, they said 28 and whatever the Giants record is. They said 28-40, sir.
Yeah.
I said, who cares?
Right.
Who cares?
Not really the point.
No, not in that moment. Trust me, I'm well aware of that was objectively really cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, as we know with the Kings, you can still take good, cool moments from a bad season. And that's what we did. And that's what we'll continue to do. I will say this, though. I would not have cared, and I'm serious, I would not have cared in the least if it was Devers, Chapman, Adames. I would not have cared. The fact that it was Bryce Eldridge, that made it 8,000 times better.
How so?
Because he's been talking that talk. Jay and I, we were just talking about it during the break. Some of these draft picks, I want to be the guy. I want to do this. Bryce Eldridge has said, I want to be the face of this franchise. And it's one thing to say it. It was one thing to talk the talk, but Bryce Eldridge is walking the walk. So to me, the lights, unlike some other people, the lights are not too bright for Bryce Eldridge. And
Allen with a chicken wing.
I'm just in
Caught
general.
somebody in the neck there. I think it might have been somebody in a Spurs uniform.
No, just in general, the lights are not too bright. That's why it was such a big deal for me. I would not have really cared at all, fellas. It would have been cool, but the fact that it was Bryce made it a million times better.
Because he represents potentially that bridge to a brighter future.
Yes. Yeah. If it was, Chapman, third home run, a grand slam, cool, good for him. Yeah, good stuff, man.
That was the face you made yesterday. Who were we talking to?
What, La Murray?
La Murray, and you rolled your eyes after Chapman hit his second home run.
Yeah, I don't care.
You rolled your eyes like, now he does it.
Yeah, I could care less. Any of those three. Devers, Adames. Now, Willie, that is an appropriate time for a Gatorade bath. Do I have to walk you through this?
Gatorade gatekeeping?
Yes. Do I have to walk you through this? That is an appropriate time. A walk-off grand slam. Go ahead. Throw the Gatorade however you want. But some dude hits a single in the seventh, and there's nobody else to interview.
The thing is, Alan, when you're just throwing the Gatorade for some, like a sacrifice fly or something, then when you do have something big happen, the Gatorade doesn't mean as much.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
You have watered down the Gatorade.
Very true.
Figuratively and literally.
Very true. MEC Sports Bay Area using it part of their promos. He's pretending to throw Gatorade on Kylan Mills. And
the thing that drives me crazy about Giants telecasts is they focus so much on everything other than the game. And those two guys are phenomenal. Mm-hmm. But they focus on everything other than the game. And like, I got to get that, got to get that, got to get that. Look at that ice cream sundae. So yesterday, some people were saying, well, what sparked the Giants was that the ball dude
77
made a
years
backhanded
old.
play and then fell over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Yeah. 77 years old. That was the headline. You Google Giants, and the first thing I saw, all the platforms come up, the FoxNews.com says 77-year-old ball boy sparks comeback.
Yeah, there you go. That is so your team.
It's all about the gimmicks.
Uh-huh.
They're very gimmicky. Give me a panda hat.
Giraffe hat.
I hope
Brandon
they don't.
Belt wearing the captain's hat when he comes out on opening day.
Please don't give. I know we were just talking to Jerry about nicknames. Please, you can give Bryce Eldridge a nickname, but please, no stupid gimmicks.
You better be careful with that organization. It's coming.
Let's talk about the greats for a second, fellas. In baseball specifically.
I can tell you what it's going to be. Hey, Bryce Aroni, the San Francisco Tree.
Oh, Lord.
I'm telling you, it's coming.
No.
They're going to throw Bryce at him.
Aaron,
by the way, could you play that one more time, Jay? That is Korean for bruh.
Yeah. Bruh. Shohei, no nickname. Aaron Judge, no nickname. Mike Trout, they'll do some trout fish type thing, but the greats, these current greats, no nicknames.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Are players above nicknames? I think it's because the media writers, not the media writers, used to write them down and everyone read them, and so we were all, oh, that's the nickname. And now, the players have access to social media. The players give themselves nicknames, or they just ignore the ones that are given to them.
Yeah, let's also think about the names that I said. Shohei Ohtani, very unique name, and he's Shohei. He's pitching, he's hitting.
Showtime.
Showtime. We've heard that before. Aaron Judge, All Stan, doesn't really need a nickname.
All rise.
All rise. Mike Trout doesn't really need a nickname. Mookie's name is Mookie.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe there's not a good enough player that needs a nickname.
There was a time when Paul Skeens would have a nickname. And if he has one, I don't know what it is. But
the Destroyer.
I don't know what it would be.
The Humiliator.
Yeah. No, you know what it is?
It.
The Good Citizen, because he was playing catch with the kids.
There you go.
The Good Citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he needs a nickname.
Does Harper have one?
Nope.
No. Boy Wonder or nothing?
Yeah, he should have had a nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Does Vlad Jr. have one?
He's a junior.
Vladdy.
Yeah. I thought he had one.
Now, are like C-Webb. What's Chris Webber's nickname? C-Webb.
Yeah.
But I get it. It's just because the writers don't have that sway that they had.
Julio Rodriguez, J-Rod.
Yeah.
K-Rod, J-Rod.
Yeah.
So I don't know. These baseball players, and I don't know how it is for pitchers anyway. Like Tarik Skubal, another super unique nickname. Scuba. He'll send you under. He'll send your batting average underwater.
Maybe we're inadvertently explaining why there are no more.
He'll send your batting average underwater.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, we have to take a quick time out. Bruh. Yeah, but we will look at what the Kings are expected to do this offseason with Zach's deal and with DeMar DeRozan's deal. Coming up, Sactown Sports.
Kayla Anderson is laser focused 99% of the time, as long as everyone keeps the snacks out of sight.
Matt's just teasing me with the solo Cheez-It on his computer.
Because I didn't want, I'm not Carmichael Dave. I'm not going to start eating it during the while it's in the air. You're staring at it like a dog. I'm looking at it longingly. I have a whole bag over here if you want some.
I've been getting into all these random chips and it's making my stomach hurt.
Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
Happy Friday from the KCRA3 Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Ophelia Young. Today is a weather impact day for unseasonable heat. Daytime highs today will be in the mid and upper 90s, dropping to 80s for the evening. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. License 696-355.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-2013. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-2013 or biglou.com.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the match day spread. He's reaching for the Buffalo wing. Perfect. Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too. Incredible. What a finish. Sensational combination. Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
Get ready for the Expo sale at Cresco Restaurant Equipment, June 17th through 20th. For 4 days only, save big on everything you need for your food service operation. Shop huge discounts on refrigeration, ice machines, gas cooking equipment, indoor and outdoor furniture, commercial cooking tools, glassware, tableware, and much more. Plus, meet factory reps and enter for giveaways. It's all happening at Cresco Restaurant Equipment, 951 Richards Boulevard. Everything is on sale. Don't miss the best savings opportunity of the year.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal, book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Don't miss out on the biggest action sports event happening in Sacramento this June. Tickets are now live for MoonPay X Games Sacramento 2026. See nearly 100 of the world's best skate, BMX, and Moto X athletes compete at Cal Expo June 26th through 28th. Music performances featuring electronic music icon Cascade on Friday, June 26th, and Grammy-winning producer and artist Mustard, and music producer DJ Subtronics on Saturday, June 27th. Score your tickets today at xgames.com.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd to the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
I just sent Jay the greatest home run call in any language. I believe it's from a Taiwanese game. And it's something we've played on different shows over the years. I guess we haven't played it on this show. I'm hoping Jay sees fit to play it at some point today. It'd be perfect for Friday. To me, there's no question. It's the greatest home run call ever. Without a doubt. There were some that were more significant, some that may be more memorable, but it's great. We'll see. We'll get that in at some point here. Alan, meanwhile, before we get to what the Kings will do this summer, this is what the commissioner said. We didn't talk about this, but before Game 3 Monday, Adam Silver, commissioner of the NBA, was on ABC talking about all the things they're going to do, and he shared what the competition committee will be focusing on going forward. You know, they've cleaned up they've cleaned up tanking. Now he says that the competition committee has placed flopping on the agenda for when it meets during next month's Summer League in Las Vegas. So that might be the next thing. The competition committee says, we got to clean that up. Flopping.
Didn't they already try to do this?
Yes, they did, and then they just stopped. They just stopped issuing fines for flopping.
They gave it to a couple guys that had been in the league less than 3 years and then stopped.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when Keon Ellis got one. And the only players I've ever seen with a flopping call, Keon Ellis and Moses Moody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, did anyone that has been in the league longer than 5 years ever get called for flopping during the first iteration of their fix?
Yeah, we have some numbers on that, but they definitely backed way, way off of it. Do you think it's a big enough of an issue that they should actually, focus on it?
I think so, but it's not so much. Yeah, there's just different levels of flopping because it's I'm going to take a charge and I flop. Honestly, Whitey, it feels like the defensive flopping isn't as bad. But the first go-round, that was the focus. Now they have to focus on the offensive flopping.
Yeah,
And I don't know what's the difference between flopping and grifting, like putting yourself in a position where there's contact, but you sought out the contact.
Yeah, coaches and executives from across the league have previously argued that falling down after taking contact, which can be construed at times as flopping, is important in terms of avoiding injury. So some are saying, when especially when a guy shoots, if he gets hit and he falls down, that's flopping. No, he's trying to avoid injury by falling down. Anyway, officials handed out 4 flopping technicals across the entire regular season and 0 during the playoffs. Again, maybe the league, they have these rules set up, they don't enforce them, then they go, what are we going to do? We need new rules. Why don't you just enforce the rules that you already have in place, Alan?
Right.
Why?
Well, that's the same thing with the lottery thing.
Exactly.
They just decide, all right, I don't know. I think he just likes a show. He just likes to say, hey, we're acknowledging this.
We're doing something.
Certain things he likes to acknowledge. Other things he does not.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, they could easily have just said we're going to focus on enforcing the rules we have.
By the way, do you have your wallet? Somebody's wallet is.
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
that's good. You want it, or are you going to leave?
No, it's fine.
Okay, leave it out there for Sep in the morning.
No, I mean I'll grab it.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Just an odd. I don't.
Well, I sat down for crosstalk, and
it's all good. I
don't like stuff in my pockets
all good.
when I'm doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like stuff in my pockets when I'm doing a show. I like to be like Wemby. I like to be one with the microphone.
Yeah, speaking of wallets, Alan, the Kings would like to have a little more money in their pocket this offseason.
3.7. 3.7. Maybe.
Go from the wallet to that?
Yeah. It's a 4.
Okay.
It's a Friday 4.
Thank you. The judging is a little softer on Friday.
Yeah, it's a Friday 4.
Mm-hmm. I know we touched on this earlier. This is from The Athletic, and this is John Hollinger. What he expects teams and players to do, players with options. Zach LaVine player option. The Kings have tax issues. There's a scenario where they try to get him to opt out and sign a longer deal at a lower annual salary, but I think the Kings are better off just keeping the huge expiring deal on their books for trade purposes. Prediction, opts in. I don't know what the deadline is for that. I think it's the end of this month, but I have to double check on that. I'm maybe he's just like, they're like, well, I'm not going to opt in and tell me if you find something, deal or something, but maybe that's why they're delaying it. Maybe it's mutually like, yeah, we're going to see if we can work them out. Okay, if you don't, I'm going to opt in, but, go ahead and see what you can do.
It's probably both sides. I mean,
I would think so.
I don't know Zach LaVine. I'm not going to speak for him, but it doesn't feel like he wants to be in Sacramento just based on timelines and logistics and things like that. So I'm sure when Rich Paul isn't doing the podcast with Max Kellerman, he's trying to make some calls for Zach LaVine.
I don't blame him, though. I don't blame any player for saying, look, that's not an ideal situation, but I signed this deal fair and square. And I'm going to get my money. I'm going to opt in, and then we'll figure something out. But I'm not going to just give some of my money away unless somebody can convince him that, yeah, but you make more money if you opt out and do this, and then you get a bigger long-term deal. But I don't blame anybody for saying, no, I want my money.
I don't blame him.
Not everybody leaves their wallet laying around.
If I had 50 mil, it would be in my pocket, I'll tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't blame him, and I really don't want this to come off the wrong way. I don't blame him just like De'Aaron, I don't blame him as a businessman, but there are some people out there that would say, okay, so this is your money, you're entitled to it. It's my money, and I want it now. You're entitled to it, but you're going to sacrifice another year of your career because you want to get this money. Mm-hmm. So there are people out there that would have question marks on the competitiveness. He can sit there and say, oh, we have a Domas, we know what it is out here, right? Yeah. You're not competing for anything. And that's your right, but some people will say that.
Playing this year, Alan, competing for the play-in, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And then you were surprised at his breakdown of DeMar DeRozan. If the Kings can't move Malik or Sabonis, they may feel forced to waive and stretch DeRozan, turning a $25.7 million cap hit into just $3.3 million per over 3 years.
Yeah. One last note, Whitey, just real quick on LaVine. Here's one point that I didn't bring up. If he went to other teams and the interest isn't out there, that's the one thing we don't know.
Yeah.
If there are a bunch of teams, the Pistons are saying, hey, we'll give you, and Michael Scotto yesterday, you can go check that out on YouTube, said it'd have to be 3 years, $100 million. We didn't even talk about that. Who's giving Zach 3 years, $100 million? But he was using it as an example. But even if Zach were to say, hey, I'll do 2 years, 65, I'll do 2 years, 70. We don't know. There might not be a team that says, no, we don't want to give you $35 million a year. We don't even want to give you that. So we don't know. So if that's a situation, then I can see Zach LaVine saying, look, there are no contenders that are interested in me. So of course I'm going to take this money.
According to Hollinger's analytics-based system, what is Zach LaVine worth per year?
I think I got 20/20 vision. I'm pretty sure it said $9 million.
Yeah, a little higher than that, but 9.3.
Okay, so how could I forget?
According to his board's values.
Yeah. So there you have that, the DeMar thing, and we were talking about it a little bit earlier, and people were bringing up it also would help the Kings stay under the luxury tax or the cap or whatever they're trying to stay under at this point in time. So that all makes sense. It's just not how I thought it would end for DeMar DeRozan.
We'll see. By the way, I know we have some people calling, haven't gotten to calls today on the Uncle Milt's Cheese Beer line, but we'll get to that when we come back. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Also, where did this year's top NBA prospects rank among the top prospects since 2015? Looking at this year's draftees a different way. We'll do that next. Sactown Sports.
The X Games are coming to Sacramento. Join Kayla Anderson at Sactown Sports 1140 at Cal Expo from June 26th through the 28th to watch the top action sports athletes in the world go head-to-head with 3 days of high-octane competition, BMX, skateboarding, and Moto X, plus live music from global electronic music icon Cascade, Grammy-winning producer Artist Mustard, and DJ Subtronics. Get your tickets today at xgames.com. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Dawn or dusk, I'm on the hunt. Skeeter here, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District, and I'm wearing Skeeter Vision, night vision goggles that light up skeeters at dawn or dusk like the 4th of July. Mosquito, 12 o'clock. Got 'em. So fight the bite by wearing long sleeves and pants at dawn or dusk when they're most active. Apply insect repellent and drain stagnant water. It's a breeding ground.
Dawn or dusk, the Sacramento Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you to fight the bite. For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
Sacramento, get ready because the Fasteners Inc. Super Sale is back. Friday, June 12th and Saturday, June 13th. Stop by Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet on Power Inn Road for crazy deals on DeWalt products. We're talking all of the lowest prices in Sacramento on bare tools, tool products, batteries, lasers, hand tools, outdoor power equipment, and so much more. Again, this DeWalt sale event will be June 12th from 7 till 5:30 and June 13th from 9 till 3 p.m. at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet on Power Inn Road. Visit fastenersinc.net for more info.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction. Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, June 13th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com. Injured at work, slip, trip, or a heavy object fall on you? Fareed Yaguptil, Esquire at DTLA Law Group fights to get you paid while you recover. Don't wait. Protect your rights today. Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit calldowntown.com now. That's Injury Help to 40222. Text rates may apply. Office located at 560 Santa Fe, Los Angeles. Results or outcome may vary. No attorney-client relationship is implied. Visit them at calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com.
Hi, I'm Adam Johnson here with Golf Fitness Solutions. If you want more distance, less pain, better mobility, and a body that holds up for 18 holes, come see us. We're expanding in Carmichael, and you're invited to our grand opening party on June 13th from noon to 4. Tour our new space, meet the team, try the simulator challenge, see if you can make a hole-in-one, and learn how golf-specific training, stretching, massage, and assessments can help your game. Call 916-802-5175 or visit us at golffitnesssolutions.com for more information.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Oh, Friday. Friday! We get Friday, we get the weekend, then next week we get to hear Alan's debut single at
That's
some
right.
point. I don't know.
Right.
I'm not privy to all the details. I did get to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it. Made me smile. My wife was not always, she's not like, oh, that's really good. She didn't do that if she didn't think so. She said, tell Alan that was good.
Thank you so much. You know, it means a lot. You put a lot of work into something. So
Why
for
are you
it
talking like that?
You know, when you put a lot of work, and I'm working on my Grammy speech.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man, I just want to thank everybody real quick. First of all, I want to thank Universal. I want to thank.
First of all, you messed up. You got to thank the Lord first.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, first of all, I want to shout out God, man.
Then you got to thank your mom and dad first.
Yeah. Hey, man, did not expect to be up here. Didn't write anything, but I want to appreciate everybody. Shout out God. Shout out God holding me down. My mom. Okay, my dad, my family, appreciate y'all so much.
Better get that wife in there.
My wife right there, my lovely wife, my 2 kids. It's bedtime. Hey, go to bed.
Or you say, man, at the end. It's one of the two. See?
There you go to bed. Go to bed, man. What a journey. You know, what a journey. I want to give a shout out to everybody that showed me love. I also want to give a shout out to my haters, you know, because they've driven me up to this point. But when somebody tells you can't do something, man, you just do it.
Dream big.
You just do it, man. And this one it's not for me. It's for all of y'all. That's what it is, man. Thank you. You gotta play the music, play me off. and one last thing.
Don't cut you.
Yeah, release date. January 26th, come out. Let's go.
All platforms,
man. Hey, tip your waiters.
So we get the whole package, right?
Yes. If everything goes to plan, we should.
Tremendous.
We should.
Looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that seemed like you rehearsed it.
Last night, I was up till 2 and then recorded it this morning. I had the
No, I'm talking about the speech you just gave.
Oh, no, that's off the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's off the top.
Uh-huh.
You know, when, people that left-handed, so I use both sides of the brain.
Mm-hmm.
So I can do stuff like that.
Okay. Gotcha. Both hemispheres. Yeah. We will be talking about the NBA draft in just a second, comparing these top draftees this year to how the top players of the last 11 years stacked up against them before they were drafted. First, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Cameron has been hanging on. Hey, Cam. Hope I can call you Cam. You're on with the Drive Guys. What's up? Yeah.
How's it going, y'all? How you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, first of all, I love the show. I just was driving. I was hearing you guys talk about the nicknames.
Yes.
And I remembered during the Super Bowl week when they do all the press conferences and they were talking to JSN, one of the reporters asked him if he could tell the nickname. And he said, the Emerald City Route Artist.
Wow.
That is a good one.
That's a pretty good one, huh?
And he laughed at him, too.
Yeah. All right. Emerald City. Thank you, Cam. Appreciate that. I don't remember hearing that.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Nicknames ain't supposed to be 16 syllables.
Yeah, it's still a good, right. You can't say it. It's if you score a touchdown and you got
Emerald City Route Runner.
Yeah. If you score a touchdown, yeah, but you can't say it after every catch.
I think now they've gotten so short and so informal that we may need to go all the way the other way and then work our way back. There was, I've read about this player, 1900, maybe even before that. He was an outfielder and he caught everything. So his name was Bob Ferguson. His nickname, if you look it up like Baseball Reference, his nickname was Death to Flying Things. That's a pretty cool nickname, isn't it? Because he caught everything, Alan.
Right.
Oh, there's old Death to Flying Things,
Yeah.
Bob Ferguson. I know, like today it wouldn't work, but back then it's still better than J-Rod.
Well, I don't know. They're just different levels of nicknames where it's a actual name versus just shortening your real name.
Right.
You know, like A Sizzle for me.
But that's self-given, isn't it?
Not really.
It either is or it isn't.
Well, okay, no.
I believe in that rule that you can't give yourself a nickname.
No, what it was, we're all hooping 7th, 8th grade, and one was huge. And Hot Sauce was the dude. But the MC would say, Hot Sauce, ooh, baby, hot sizzle. So then, maybe I called myself Hot Sizzle.
Yeah, you gave yourself the nickname.
Maybe I said A Sizzle. Maybe my friend said to me A Sizzle. It was so long ago, it just kind of stuck.
Yeah, because you keep calling yourself that.
Well, because I'm letting you know it's one of my nicknames. I have multiple.
I will not call you that ever.
You already have.
I'm not gonna anymore.
You definitely already have.
I'm sure you, as a semi-professional gatekeeper, can appreciate that I'm saying, nah, I don't think you can give yourself a nickname. I didn't make that up. I've heard that from way back growing up in Vallejo. I think Phantom told me that.
From Vallejo.
Yeah, although he might have given himself that nickname. But anyway, what do you think, Jay?
You can't give yourself a nickname.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
It's not the way the game goes.
Yeah.
You can't give yourself.
I may have given it to myself, but then someone else said it.
But we were all throwing sizzles and whizzles, and back then, that's what it was.
It doesn't matter. You gave yourself the nickname, no matter what was
I don't
happening
know
then.
that. I can't say that for sure. I can't, without a shadow of a doubt. It may have come up.
The top players in this draft, and I'm on fire today with those, don't really have any nicknames, do they?
Do you get nicknames before you're drafted?
Sometimes, but it's harder now because players don't spend as much time in college. But there have been players that have come out of college with nicknames.
I'm telling you, a lot of these players, if you can have a name that's not, it puts you at a disadvantage when it comes to someone creating a nickname, right? AJ DeBanza. His name is already AJ. I mean, come on. AJ DeBanza, right? Wemby. It's Wemby. It's already built in. Darren Peterson. Hey, DP. Right? Now, I don't know if that's two letters versus a nickname. I don't know where that goes.
Those aren't the type of nicknames that I'm talking about. You're
the alien.
And literally, that is a nickname. If someone calls you
you're talking about Wemby and
like
being
I call
called
you ASS, Alan Sizzle Styles. So that's my new nickname for Alan.
I'll take that. I will. But when Wemby dunks, the alien. You remember all the failed nicknames with Kevin Durant? He either
Durantula.
He didn't like either Durantula or Slim Reaper. He didn't like one of them.
They're still his nicknames, though.
Right.
Like people still call him the Slim Reaper. Still people call him Durantula.
Yeah.
But see, that's a great example because I think there was a time when that'd just be his nickname. But now players are able to go, I don't want that nickname.
Like KD, okay, you call him KD, but his nickname is Durantula.
Yep.
Right.
KD.
Different.
Yeah. There's probably a lot of the classic nicknames that we think of, and I know, I'm more familiar with some of them because I go back further. The players probably at the time were like, he always hated that.
But they can't, right.
Yeah.
What about LeBron, the king? Well, he had the chosen one, then he had the king. Right?
Mm-hmm. He's the king.
And then Floyd Mayweather said, hey, stop calling me Money Mayweather at one point.
No. He named himself Money. It was Pretty Boy.
Pretty Boy, that's what it is. And then he said, hey, now I'm Money.
Yeah. TBE, the best ever.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty Boy Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but did he give himself Money? That nickname?
Sounds like he did.
Yeah, but boxing is a little different persona.
You have to have
You're selling yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't give himself Pretty Boy. He just was like, look, now I'm TBE. I'm the best ever.
Right.
Call me Money Mayweather. Yeah.
What are we talking about here? What happened, old media, new media? What happened back in the day? All these hosts had nicknames, right? So what happened to that? Give me a nickname. Well, Whitey, you are a living nickname.
Yeah,
but a lot of these
they were trying to give him one.
Right, there was Guru.
That's right.
Guru.
Guru.
That was also self-given, I think. Yeah.
I think I was trying to decide when I went into radio, would I have a nickname?
What? Why are you trying to decide? Let someone else bless you with that.
But how does that?
Your on-air name?
Yeah.
What was it going to be?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
It wasn't beating Stretch Bergmeyer. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying.
You just don't want to say it.
No. Truly, I mean, like I said, it's just a sizzle. You know, and then my fan club, the Sizzlers.
Yes, no, just pull that out.
Cat Crew. Somebody from Cat Crew said, I said, yo, say Sizzle, and they said, well, your fan club, your FC is the Sizzlers.
Okay.
Clones.
But these radio hosts.
Let's play it out, man.
You know,
Don't do that.
John the Rocket. You're listening to John the Rocket Johnson.
Don't recall him.
Hey, what's up? You're on with the Rocket. What you got first? Yeah, there's an explosion or a takeoff at the beginning of the show.
We're going to launch you.
Yeah, no. Do we launch or what would it be? Or, you know, not launch.
Yeah.
The countdown 10.
We're going to have to abort that mission.
Yeah. Come on, give it to me, producer.
That's old, but I get what you're saying. It's the,
that's old school.
60s, 70s.
Like all the nicknames, the classic.
Should I bring
nicknames.
it back though?
Nope.
No, not the Sizzlers. Nah.
Not the Sizzlers?
Nah, come up with something else. Not the Sizzlers.
Hey, you're listening to Sactown Sports.
First of all, if you got to dive into that voice, you don't want it. So start again.
Okay. We'll work on it. Hey, 916-339-1140, text line, my beloved text line. And the YouTube chat, help me out. I need a radio name. We're going to do this.
You're looking for a nickname.
Is a legit alarm.
You've already got two. You've got Alan, you've got Larry, you've got ASS that I gave you.
I need a new one. I need a real one. But it's got to be, like back in the day, weren't they just objects? Like Kevin the Honda Johnson. Come on, Whitey.
I don't think so, bro.
They're just
Thank
objects.
You, Jay. I really didn't know how to.
They tried to give Whitey Stretch Bergmeyer. That's not.
Yeah.
Now, what is that?
Made
I don't
up.
know. That's you're going to be on the air
stage
on Monday.
name.
You're doing sports, and your name's going to be Stretch Bergmeyer. I said no.
Wasn't there another one they tried to give you too? Like another station, real quick.
Oh no! But while I was Whitey, I was also Officer Mike.
Oh,
London
Officer Mike. That's right.
When I did the traffic.
Yeah,
Officer Mike London.
Okay.
Yeah. Who was not in any law enforcement
Just made
whatsoever.
that up.
Yeah.
Everybody was calling me this because of the fishing. I saw them a couple days ago, by the way. They think they're slick going in the morning. But should I just be the warden? You're on with the warden.
You're close. You're close.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's
Alan
getting
the
closer.
Warden
That's
style.
the one.
But you don't have to make it a thing.
But are we going to keep them? Are we going to set them free or lock them up? Hey, that take is locked you up.
I think Alan needs to change his med.
Bro, just let it be natural,
Okay.
organic.
Yeah.
Just let it organic. Yeah.
You're on with the warden.
You don't need once someone blesses you with a nickname, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do your parents call you? They got a nickname in the family, or no?
Just not well.
He's
They're
not
all
gonna say
all
it.
embarrassed.
But you
when I
have
was a
one,
kid,
right? Yeah.
No, when
Okay.
I was a kid, but now they just say Al.
So what do your
that's-
partners call you? You have a nickname or no?
Just Al.
Okay.
Big
So you
Al.
don't technically have a nickname from anyone, like a pack, a group, or nothing?
Not outside of my name. No.
Really? Okay.
No.
I was gonna say, if it's organic, just let it be, man. You don't
Yeah.
have to. If they call you the warden, you don't have to make pretenses or post tenses on the situation. Like
When
Alan Styles is a good name.
I'm
too. It
revoking-
sounds like an old made-up radio
It
name, but it's
does.
your real name.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you don't need to
well,
be
that
revoking
works.
nobody's
Right.
license.
Exactly.
It pops.
Yeah, right.
Well,
A Styles.
that's really
Style.
it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
right.
Styles files.
right.
There you
Hey,
go.
we're gonna file you up.
In style,
No,
out of
see, you
style.
don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to put the
Yeah.
theme behind it.
Right.
We're gonna file you up.
When I was at Sonoma State, I didn't know what I was doing, but I thought I might pledge. So they got the Kappas out there.
Oh, you was twirling the cane.
I didn't cross over, but we were on that path or whatever. And yeah, for some reason I don't remember why, but they kept calling me Cheddar Bob from 8 Mile.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did you shoot yourself? Or
I
something?
They're like, Cheddar, what's up, Cheddar? But I didn't know that it went away. Nobody else called me that, but I think it was maybe, hey, if he pledges,
that's gonna be your name
you Cheddar
on the line.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Don't know why. So, I got a lot, Whitey, but Alan Styles is such a, one of a kind name.
Didn't Sonoma State change their nickname? Weren't they the Cossacks?
Yeah,
and
not
became
the Seawolves. Yeah, the Seawolves
Mm-hmm.
with Cheddar Bob. So we got Styles Files.
Cheddar Bob, that could work.
The Warden. We got a lot of good ones.
Oh, some great ones.
Kimberly says, Allen, nice plate Styles.
Yeah. That's it.
Wow, we got a lot done.
You got to let it be natural, though.
Yeah.
He's not really good at that, is he?
No, that's why I say just sit back.
Yeah.
He's throwing it out there. Let it flow.
Gatekeeper, the Warden. You're on. And we got to talk to...
Here you go. Now look, Whitey, he's getting ready to put stuff.
I know.
We're about to revoke his license.
Yeah.
I'm the Warden.
It's time for Jokes or Revokes.
No, it's not. Hopefully it will never be.
Never.
Okay.
Yeah, never,
all right.
never.
Hey, this was good stuff. This was good work from everybody. Great job, everyone.
I'm tempted to say what Kayla said to you earlier this week. I'm sorry, what's that?
No, my bad.
Yeah, okay. All right. Here, once again, here it is. This is the top draft prospects by the Athletics since 2015. We'll see where the guys in this year's class fit in. Number one prospect since 2015, this is all before the people were actually drafted, is Wemby, of course. Number one, 2023. Number two, Cooper Flagg, 2025. Number three, Zion Williamson, 2019. Number four, Cade Cunningham, 2021. Number five, Karl Anthony Towns. So we don't have anybody from this draft class in here yet. You say, well, they haven't played yet. Yeah, but this is based on where these guys were ranked and evaluated before they were drafted. Number six, A.J. DeBonsa.
There you go.
A.J. DeBonsa, 2026. 7, Cam Boozer.
Here they come.
Yeah. Number 8, Darren Peterson. So nobody in the top 5, but then you got 6, 7, 8 from this year's class. 9, Ben Simmons.
Interesting.
2016. Oh, man, he was going to be a great player. We saw glimpses. Did we not, Jay? We saw glimpses.
We saw plenty.
Mm-hmm.
We saw
Dominated
plenty.
LSU. Number 10. Ooh, what happened? Markelle Fultz. Mm-hmm.
Did he really get that much love coming out?
It surprised me when I saw him on here.
Yeah.
I guess Sam Vicini had him that high. That was 2017. 11 is Ja, 2019. 12, DeAndre Ayton.
I can see that.
13, Luka.
How is he not higher?
Good question. How is he behind DeAndre Ayton?
Or Fultz?
Yes.
Wasn't he the boy wonder? Like, we all knew he was supposed to be good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not all of us.
Yeah. Why in the world was he not the consensus number one pick? I fell victim to this less than most, but it was an industry-wide lack of comfort at the time with projecting players from Europe, Jay. Only 2 European players without college experience had been selected in the top 2 picks in the draft, Darko and Bargnani. So a lot of people were like, whoa, European, I don't know.
Man, I
they were
could've swore
wrong.
he had more, like, fluff around him.
14, Scoot Henderson in 2023. 15, Jason Tatum. 16, Chet Holmgren. 17, Dylan Harper. 18, Caleb Wilson. You're down on Caleb Wilson, aren't you?
Well, I
You're
just
down
worry,
on him, aren't you, Warden?
I worry about
You would revoke his license.
revoked. Sorry. I'm just worried about I know he's got a nice mid-range jump shot. It feels messed up to say, but I just worry about the skill factor with Caleb.
19 was Jalen Suggs, and then 20th on this list, Evan Mobley. So, yeah, just looking at the list overall from Sam Vicini and The Athletic, here's what we end up with, putting this class in perspective. At least we think. We'll see how they do. We've got, as I said, 4 players who will be drafted later this month are listed within the top 20. However, none of those players inside the top 5, which, he says, also reflects conversations I've had with NBA executives about whether there is truly a number 1 player on a title team in this draft.
Yeah. It's the same thing we've been asking from when we talked to our guy James Barlow when this whole thing kicked off. he said first and foremost he would take Cooper Flagg. My antenna raised when he said he would take Cooper Flagg over. He would take Cooper number 1. It started out with the conversation being, would Cooper go top 5? So it almost feels like this draft has a lot of talent, but it doesn't. We don't know if they have one of those dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they do, but the fact that a lot of us, if you ask 10 people, you wouldn't just get Debansa, and you probably wouldn't just get 2 names. That kind of it's the old, if you have 2 quarterbacks, then you don't have one thing. If you have 2 consensus number 1s, then you don't have a number 1.
Mm-hmm.
You don't.
Mm-hmm. I am wondering why anybody who had a chance to end up in one of the top 4 slots would decide, no, it's not that important. But we've been over that, Alan.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Warden. I don't think we need to revisit that.
That's right. Case closed.
Maybe you end up with a guy at 7 who's going to catapult your franchise into the future. But, yeah, I am surprised also that you've got Caleb Wilson ranking as high as he does.
Yeah. Like I said, maybe I'm just not as locked in once the Kings got 7. I just, not as in tune with the top 4. Doesn't it feel weird, though, guys? Is it just me? So, No Ceilings, they came out with this awesome draft guide, right?
I haven't even gone through it all.
Me neither, but
Yeah,
it's very
tremendous.
coded with NBA Street, right? It's kind of 70s look. It's really, really cool. It just pops, all the colors, the aesthetics. And somebody said, you guys need to make some swag. You guys need to utilize this logo because it's so good. And No Ceilings did. So they provided a link and they had shirts. But the shirt, they made all the 4 picks look like characters on NBA Street, and it looks really cool. And I'm thinking, man, I would maybe rock that, but why the heck would I rock that? The Kings picking 7. And it just kind of reminded me, I feel so disconnected from the top 4. We spent so much time, and why do you always gave us a caveat, but I just feel so disconnected from the top 4. I don't even pay attention to anything. Oh, Cam Boozer's raising, he might go. I just haven't paid attention. It's kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my guys.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
I am curious to see where it actually ends up amongst those. Well, the top 3. I think we know who's going to be 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think we know DeMonts is going to be 1. And it seems like Boozer is, since the season ended, it seems like he is rising some.
Yeah.
Why? How does that happen?
Because people started truly paying attention to the numbers that he was putting up.
I guess so. Christopher Law's going to join us.
That's right.
Yeah, Christopher Law has something special going on in just a little bit. So Christopher Law, the star of the morning show here on Sactown Sports, is going to join us, tell us all about that in What's Cooking next on Sactown Sports.
Once again, the bright lights of New York are calling. And Alan Stiles is ready to answer.
I'm talking to my guy Michael Scotto, and I want to chop cheese. And, if I get my coffee, then I go down to Bodega. I say I need a bagel with lox. Let me get some lox.
So, how about those Knicks?
Hey, you see Brunson last night? Forget about it. Hey, OG Anunoby, where'd he come from? I don't know, B.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening, Chad, for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event?
Right now, you can save up to $15,000 off MSRP on one of America's most popular trucks, the new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cab. Plus, with an EPA estimated 22 mpg, you're going to save big at the pump.
That's so important, especially with the gas tax going up next month.
A new Ram could be what you need to cut your fuel costs long term. Plus, you'll enjoy best-in-class luxurious cabin comfort in the most luxurious Ram 1500 ever. And with over 600 Rams available, you won't find a better selection of new Ram trucks in stock and ready for you to drive home today.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
15,000 total net savings after factory incentive and dealer discounts. Incentives include $500 on-the-job upfit for eligible upfit, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance on eligible trade-in, 500 Hoblet business owner bonus for verified business owners, and 9,500 dealer discount. 10th net savings. See dealer for details.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Today, we're talking about how you don't have to earn more when you can save more. Okay, so you brought me this stat. T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus Verizon and AT&T over the past 5 years. That seems surprising.
Yeah, when I first heard it, I thought, okay. But when the experts at HarrisX broke it down, it was true for millions of families.
They have a 5-year price guarantee on experience plans and America's best network, plus lower bills. I'm not hearing any sacrifice here.
Which is what people need right now. Reliability, predictability. Affordable wireless service isn't a perk. It's a difference. And listeners, if you don't believe me, you can check it out at T-Mobile.com/switch.
Best mobile network based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Based on HarrisX billing snapshots from Q3 21 to Q4 25 compared to average AT&T and Verizon bills. Comparison excludes discounts, credits, and optional charges. For more details, see harrisx.com/T-Mobile-bills.
Get ready for the Expo sale at Cresco Restaurant Equipment, June 17th through 20th. For 4 days only, save big on everything you need for your food service operation. Shop huge discounts on refrigeration, ice machines, gas cooking equipment, indoor and outdoor furniture, commercial cooking tools, glassware, tableware, and much more. Plus, meet factory reps and enter for giveaways. It's all happening at Cresco Restaurant Equipment, 951 Richards Boulevard. Everything is on sale. Don't miss the best savings opportunity of the year.
The X Games are coming to Sacramento. Join Kayla Anderson and Sactown Sports 1140 at Cal Expo from June 26th through the 28th to watch the top action sports athletes in the world go head-to-head with 3 days of high-octane competition, BMX, skateboarding, and Moto X, plus live music from global electronic music icon Cascade, Grammy-winning producer Artist Mustard, and DJ Subtronics. Get your tickets today at xgames.com. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Jay, we forgot Alan's nickname. He has a great nickname that was given to him here on the show. Logical Raptors fanatic remembers, Mayor of Guerneville. Right? That's his Forgot about that. Yeah, that's his nickname, Mr. Mayor.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay?
Nah, that's it, bro.
Yeah, that is. It's just kind of like Jay says, you got to let things kind of happen naturally.
No, not so much.
That's festered organically.
Not so much.
As Monty McNair said, we cultivated that.
Mm-hmm. I think we've cultivated some others.
I think you have.
Shout out Guerneville.
Mm-hmm. We're going to go from the Mayor of Guerneville to the star of the outstanding morning show here on Sactown Sports. Nice enough to join us. He's got something special going on. Christopher Laud! How are you, Chris?
Hello, gentlemen. How are you doing today?
We're doing fine. Tell us where you are and what's going on, please.
Right now, I'm in Jay and my old neighborhood, 7131 Franklin Boulevard at Super Taco, getting ready for the first U.S. game of the World Cup.
Wow. Okay. So we're going to have special things for people coming out to see you tonight?
Oh, the food and the drinks here are great. I sampled them here yesterday. Also got a brand new U.S. jersey that you can win. X Game tickets where you can see Kayla Anderson from the midday show you can sign up for those right here with our promotions guys right up front, Super Taco.
That's tremendous. What do you call Alan? What's your nickname for Alan?
I think I might call him B Rabbit because he talks about 8 Mile more than any other person that I know.
That's funny,
I
Chris.
seriously haven't heard about 8 Mile this much since 2004.
I almost texted you yesterday, Chris. I was getting ready. I was outside, and I saw a flying V. And I almost sent a picture and said, Chris, it's a good omen for today. Mighty Ducks, Conway, Chris.
Yeah, because ducks fly together.
That's right. That's right. Well, who's going to be flying high in the soccer tournament, the World Soccer Tournament? Who do you got winning the whole thing, Chris?
I've gone back and forth on this a few times. I've said Spain, I've said France, but I think with the heat in the U.S., I don't think a lot of Europeans can handle that. I'm going to go with Brazil.
Ooh, young. They're young, right, CV?
Yeah, and they won it the last time the World Cup was in the U.S.
Hey, real fast, Mexico came out splashing last night, man. The vibes in Mexico City were huge. I was a big fan. I was watching it. They beat South Korea. Man, just speak about Mexico and how spectacular it was last night.
Oh, man, that's a place I went to about 9 years ago, and they know how to party. And if you've seen everything going on out there on social media, it's been crazy. They basically adopted the South Korean team and have partied with them every time. I saw a duck with a Mexican jersey walking around like it owned the place, which is, if everyone's been talking about the problems with the World Cup, there's all these problems and stuff like that. Literally, the fans are the best part of the World Cup, and it makes it exciting every single time.
Does the United States of America have any kind of shot of actually winning this thing?
They have a chance to go further than they have in a while. They're in a pretty good group, and we are hoping that they win the group, because if they do, we get a chance to see them in our backyard. They will be at Levi Stadium if they win the group.
Really?
Yeah.
So Chris, look, you know me. We are. It is time to cook a little bit. This is when we cook. So what's out there at Super Taco? You eating good? You saving
that's
me?
where I'm going.
Yeah, you saving me a plate. I got some asada. What we got out there, Chris? I'm hungry.
Oh man! So yesterday, this is what I would suggest. I had one of their fish tacos and one of their shrimp tacos, fully loaded. They make this chipotle sauce that's incredible. Make sure to get that.
Hey, Chris, one thing about Super Taco, I love the burritos. They're all for myself, man. Coming out there today, expecting a huge crowd at Super Taco, jumping down for the Team USA. What are you looking forward to today? Like you said, hanging around with the crowd, the fans.
See, this is the time that I don't know if you want to really hang out with me. You're just going to be hearing a lot of, "Oh, come on, what are you doing?" But if you want to see me freak out every 10 minutes, make sure that you come out to Super Taco.
Yeah, that sounds like what you're doing in the control room during the morning show sometimes. Come on, what are you doing?
Jay has seen it personally back when we were working together, and then I had the games on in the control room, and there'd be every once in a while where he would just leave for about 15, 20 minutes.
Hey, you've had pets, right, of some kind during your life, a dog or a cat of some kind, or something? Yeah. How does being the producer of Dave's show compare to having a dog or a cat?
It's a lot like that. You got to catch his attention to make sure he doesn't get into what he's not supposed to be getting into. You can't be afraid to discipline.
Chris, I just need to know. I got my jersey or my kit I'm gonna wear next week when Panama gets their journey kicked off. Chris, my mom's listening right now. You think Panama's going to get a W? Can they get one W? I know it's aren't they in the group of death? They got Croatia, Ghana, England. Can they squeeze out one W?
Well, Mrs. Styles, if you're listening, it's not about whether you win or lose. It's the friends that you make along the way.
That's very nice.
That was dope. Yeah, that was nice.
That's a no.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Hey, you know what? A draw in the group that you're in, I think that would be just as good as a win.
Okay, fair enough.
Like that. Chris, but where do you stand on people who, of course, we know Team USA. I think you answered it with Whitey. They might get to the 16. That's probably the where they max out. Most people are saying they can max out there. But where do you get for people who are from the United States, but you know what? I'm rooting for France, or I'm rooting for
Deutschland.
Oh, Germany.
Yeah.
Boy, but you got some connection to that.
Right.
That's heritage. Right? I'm just saying, like, I'm not connected to Brazil, but if I want to root for Brazil, you going to look down on me?
Oh, I could never look down on you, Jay. See, I never have a problem with that because growing up, you know this, Jay, there weren't that many big soccer fans.
Yeah.
So as long as you're watching the game, that's good enough for me.
All right. So one more time, Chris, where are you? What time does this all get started, and why should people come by?
We're at 7131 Franklin Boulevard. It is Super Taco. Make sure you get a good seat. They've got misters out here. They got everything covered out on the patio, so you won't get too hot. Come out and have a good time.
One more time, there's multiple dates, right? See? Isn't there like 4 or 5 dates you'll be out there?
Oh, man, I'm holding my phone, so I can't get the dates.
Hold on, well, let me help you out. Hold on, real fast. Hold on. I got you. Hold on, because you text them to me, because I got to come and support. Hold on real fast. We got today, we have, tomorrow? Tomorrow, the 17th, 19th, 23rd, and 27th. Again, today at 6 p.m., the 17th at 1, the 19th at 1, the 23rd at 1, and the 27th at 4:30.
The game on the 27th, the 4:30 game, that's going to be Colombia and Portugal, and that's one of the games I'm really looking forward to in the group stage.
Thank you, Chris. Have a lot of fun. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
All right, there you go. Man, I'm sorry, Ani kind of had to rain on Panama's parade.
Yeah, my mom's not happy. She said, we will win, we will score.
Mm-hmm.
Just get one. Just
need a point.
Yeah.
Make sure, hey, look, draw blood.
Yeah.
Let people know you're there.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm with that.
That's right. The problem, I asked Chris that off air. I said, what about Croatia? We get Croatia? What about Ghana? We get Ghana? Because I'm not even asking about England. That would be huge, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just glad that they're in it. Got to get the new FIFA, all that good stuff.
I will say, I'm rooting for Team USA, but my secondary, here we go. I'm going Ramsey style.
Okay.
I got to say, the way Mexico showed up and showed out last night, I'm all about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about having fun, enjoying yourself. Like Chris said, meeting new people, fandom, all that good stuff. The way everything that I've gotten to see social network wise, those boys and girls are having fun.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, so I'm pulling for Mexico if Team USA doesn't do it.
Yeah, go see Chris if you get a chance. It's going to be a lot of fun. Does Wemby need a defining go-to move? We'll come back and wrap up the show with that next on Sactown Sports.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Skeeter here, my card. Field Tech, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District. I never met a Culex terrasalis I didn't want to smack. That's Latin for mosquito. Hey, it's time again to fight the bite. Time to protect yourself from West Nile virus by applying insect repellent. Once a week, drain stagnant water and report dirty green swimming pools.
Ew.
They're breeding grounds.
The Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you it's time to fight the bite.
My card never gets old.
For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-2013. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-2013 or biglou.com.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, June 13th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Midtown Second Saturday is back again on June 13th. Discover local art, catch a special activation in Government Alley, and enjoy a free car show in Silent Disco at Fremont Park from 4 to 8 p.m. Learn more at Explore Midtown or visit MidtownSecondSaturday.com. Thanks to Bonnie Plumbing, Electrical, Heating, and Air.
Sacramento. Get ready because the Fasteners Inc. Super Sale is back on Friday, June 12th and Saturday, June 13th. Stop by Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet on Power in Road for crazy deals on Milwaukee tools. We're talking 20% off all Milwaukee pack-out, hand tools, and tool accessories. Free goods and dollars off your order and certain spend amounts. And overall insane deals on Milwaukee batteries and Bear tools again. June 12th from 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and June 13th from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Visit fastenersinc.net for more info.
This ball is long gone, just like the ex-girlfriend who will never return. Home run!
Thank you, Jay. Greatest home run call ever. That was Manny Ramirez playing in the Taiwan League.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's real good.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of home runs, tonight we have Yordan Alvarez. He has hit 2 home runs. He's 2 for 2 with 6 RBI. What's interesting about that, Alan, is that game, Houston and Kansas City. Houston's on the road. That game is in the bottom of the first inning.
Oh.
Yordan Alvarez has 2 home runs, including a grand slam. He's 2 for 2 with 6 RBI, and those home runs came in the top of the first inning.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Don't take your foot off the gas.
Royals came back with 2, and they're still batting in the bottom of the first.
See? Just we saw obviously the Knicks do it. We saw the Giants do it. First inning is crazy, though, Whitey. Now I'm mad about my Fantasy Daily League. That was the game.
Oh, I think how Schmallen feels.
Oh, my goodness. That was the game. That's a miss.
Yeah.
And I'm normally a Yordan guy. He's kind of expensive, but I've gone to him before.
Well,
Not today.
there's a lot of potential in that athletics contest tonight.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the desert.
We're just
against the Rockies pitching staff.
We're just banking on that.
Flat out stinks.
Yeah, we're banking on that. We got to.
Mm-hmm.
Need a blowout there. Or just everybody score.
As we get ready for the next game of the NBA Finals tomorrow night, something we talked with Jerry Reynolds about. Do you think Wemby, and he's phenomenal. I'm not trying to criticize Wemby. Do you think that he would benefit from having on offense a defining go-to move? Defining, maybe, who cares? He doesn't have to have something that he's known for, just something that maybe might make him more effective and efficient, maybe more consistent. What do you think?
Yeah, it seems like it. I think the first question, is this something that is mostly comes up in regards to big men, you think? Right? I mean, I know certain guys like, I don't know, I'm thinking of non-big men, but Shaq was just Shaq, he's
devastating in the post.
Right, right. Guys will get to their step backs. James Harden with the step back. So, but it does feel like this is more of a, hey, the legendary big men, a lot of them had something that they would go to, and he doesn't have that. But he doesn't play like a traditional big man. He's saying the right things where he says, oh yeah, the best play is an alley-oop, but and I think it goes, not to get off subject, but I think it does go to a lot of people are talking about his endurance, Whitey, and how the second half he does seem a bit gassed, but maybe that would help if he had kind of a comfort zone or a comfort move to go to. And it shouldn't be hard every time a rebound goes up. If he's in the vicinity, even Cat, they're not even close, Whitey. They're not even close to getting the ball.
It looks to me that like he wants his defining move to be like that 18 to 25-foot jumper. Like, watch this, I can do this.
That he's comfortable with it.
Just the fact that you can do something doesn't mean you should as much as he does.
Yeah.
I just think, and this is kind of old school, but Jerry said he needs a post move. If he had something, just even a half hook on the block, just think how devastating that would be. If he develops something, you get the ball on the block, and he just turned, and instead he's shooting like fallaways. I just think that is one area in which he can get better. As good as he is offensively, he could get a lot better if there was just one thing where, give me the ball, and I'm doing this, and it's unstoppable.
Do you feel like this will be a trend? Let's assume that they don't win. Do you think this will be, or honestly, even if they do, but specifically if they don't, do you think this will be a transcendent offseason for Victor Wembanyama? He goes and gets another post move, and it turns out, hey, y'all better get it now, right? A lot of people say, you better get what you can get now because this dude is about to fully blossom. Does it feel like if they lost, and to a lesser degree if they won, this could turn into that year where, man, the Knicks better be lucky that they got their championship. Not that we think the Knicks are going to be there every year, but this thing is going to be locked down for a while here.
To my knowledge, Alan and Jay, dear listener, I don't think they teach you post moves at the monastery. So I think maybe you'll have to,
cut it out. Cut that stuff out.
Kind of refigure some of his offseason plans. Obviously, he benefited from all of that.
Not right now. Well, we'll see. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. But, yeah, this offseason, it might be, hey, that stuff is cool, but we're going to need you. Because that was the whole thing. He was talking with Tim Duncan. He was talking with all these guys, and we haven't really seen it. So if they do lose, it feels like this would be an offseason where, all right, the gimmicks are cool, but let's get in the lab and let's work on
some of this lack of dominance in the post, maybe because it is hard for him. He doesn't, he's a little spindly. And so, he's probably easy to get off of the block. And also the way they officiated, I think the officials sometimes, they let things go, below the belt. Because look at the little Brunson trying to guard him.
Right. They don't know how to call it with him.
I think that's fair.
Trying to figure that out.
That's kind of, you mentioned Shaq. Shaq was that way too. You could see it's like, they don't know how to officiate the guy.
No, it's a learning process for everybody. We've never seen anything like this.
Don't you think sometimes they overdo it with the lobs to him? It's like they just, if he's within 8 feet of the basket, is up, throw a lobs like, you're supposed to score on that. And so he has to contort himself sometimes, and he'll make like a great catch, and then he's moving away from the basket and have to try to, I mean, sometimes I think they rely on that a little too much with him.
Yeah, the Mitch Johnson thing, we're going to learn a lot more, obviously, tomorrow, because it does feel like, what was it with the quarterbacks? Are you a truck or a trailer?
Yeah.
I mean, it could turn into, oh, man, well, they just kept giving the ball to Wemby all season. The one thing about Wemby's endurance, people were saying, if you look, Whitey, at the minutes, and he had some health stuff early on and all the kind of minutes restriction stuff. If you look at him during the regular season, he averaged 29 minutes per game. A lot of people were saying it's not, it's not being talked about enough. Going from 29 minutes to 40 a game is a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a big deal. And those, whether those last 10 are coming at the end of the game or whatever, it's a little bit different.
What do you think's going to happen? I know you think this is not over. Give us an idea.
Man.
The score, how close, what kind of game tomorrow night?
I don't know. I feel like it might be the same thing. I don't know. There's a part of me that feels like the Knicks might finally start out hot and might just put it away.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, look out, New York. Because I think it's maybe even a blowout either way. I don't know. I don't see the Spurs going down easy. I could see the Knicks, it won't be
I could see the
far.
Spurs winning by a lot.
I think the Spurs will either smack them or the Knicks win a close one.
Thank you, Jay. Thanks for being with us. We're back with you on a Monday. Go see Chris Verlaud. Talk to Emmer and I. Make sure you check out True Sports Card Show tomorrow. And stick around. More great sports talk to come on Sactown Sports.